Okay. Welcome to the Virtually Rek't Podcast. My name is IndieVR, and my esteemed colleagues are IndieVR on my left and Shuey from Power on VR underneath me. Shuey has a poorly voice box, so he might be a bit croaky. So we'll start with Indy. We shall ask you, what are you playing? What are you drinking? Council Pop.
Excellent. Pint of tap water is always good for you. Well, playing wise,
Power on VR.
I have been playing. Oh, there you go. Right, since we last did this, I played Strayed, which is meant to be Rust in VR, and it was okay. I never played Rust, but I think it just needs loads more content. The other game I played was Convergence, which is like the extraction shooter single player cross between like Ghost to Boar and Into the Radius kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
That kept crashing on release day. And then
I was going to say, when I was watching the stream, I actually thought you were playing Into the Radius.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's identical. Yeah, sorry, carry on to interview.
Over 30 hours streaming Showdown.
Yes.
And that's it. Really did the channel update stream, and today I did the unboxing stream of the DJI thingy majiggy for drone.
Can I ask you a question?
Drone.
Yes.
Why did you need to buy a new drone? Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity.
My other one stopped working. It just stopped. The propellers just stopped spinning one day, and I was like, I need to get another one.
Is that because it was sort of got a bit, shall we say, waterlogged?
Yeah, but the propeller stopped working once they hit the water.
Yeah,
it's really funny. Zenquility's here, and he was actually there when it happened, and he knows the full story. So we're letting Indy tell the story.
No, so I basically went down to the coast to do some filming. It was really windy, and there's these cliffs and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really cool, but it's too windy for me to fly. I knew I shouldn't have flown. I was like, okay, I'm not going to fly. Then I saw some guy with a drone, and I just walked up to him and go, you flying that thing in these conditions? He's like, yeah, it was fine. But he was flying it over land. Now me, I went to the edge of the cliff, and I was like, I can get some footage here. And then I took it off, flew it over the cliff, and Zenquility is like, you're mad actually flying it over the cliff. I would never do that. I was like, yeah, okay, don't worry about it. Watch this. And then I flew it really high up. So let's see how high I can go. Then I flew it out, and then I got some really cool shots going along the beach. And then after about 15 minutes or so, it was like a couple of beeps. I mean, because it was windy, when I took it off, it said unable to return to home automatically because of the wind. Okay. And I just kind of dismissed it. So what happened was it kind of flew out, and then I didn't realize how far out I had taken it. And I think what happened was the wind kind of pushed it out towards the sea. So I was trying to control it and get it to come back to me, and it just wasn't listening. It was just going side to side, I think, because it was fighting the wind, thinking back on it. And then it was just like return to home won't happen. Then it said battery's going to run out. Then it said auto landing, and I was like, cancel auto land. It wasn't canceling auto land, and then it just went auto landing, just beep beep beep, just beeping. Then it hovered over the sea, and I was watching it on my phone, and it just went, bloop, and it dropped in, and you could see underwater. Then it just cut out, and that was the end of my drone. R.I.P.
So how much did that cost you then?
That was the first model of the DJI, which was like, right now it's probably about 300 quid, but I got it from my mate for 100, and it's really good condition, and it had all the bits and pieces.
Was
it could still be rescued. Someone will find it on the beach, and but yeah, I'll just sell the extra bits I had, try and get a little bit of money back for it. The box and the cage, the box and the batteries and controller and all that stuff. You know, every little helps. Yeah. So that's what happened with my drone. I thought I'd get footage from my other channel, and it just didn't work out.
Oh dear. Right. So moving on swiftly to Croaky McCroakface.
Yep.
What are you drinking, and what have you been playing?
So I am not really drinking tonight for obvious reasons, because alcohol dries you out, and I need to somehow get my voice back in check because I haven't released a YouTube video in over a week at this point. So yeah, I'm on the good old squash, good old orange and mango squash.
Mm-hmm.
What have I been playing? I have been playing a shit ton of Showdown.
Yeah.
Because that game is fucking phenomenal. I've been playing some Blacktop Hoops, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later.
Okay.
I played what I think is the greatest game release of this month that no one has heard of,
Okay.
which I'm not going to say right now. I want to talk about it in a little while.
Okay. Okay.
And that's it. Those are the three biggies. Mac, what are you drinking? What you been playing?
I am also on the pop. I'm taking a sabbatical from the Mac Juice. Right. So I played OVR Dark. I did a live stream.
Oh, sorry, and Madison.
And Madison. Yeah, I've got that on PSVR 2, but haven't played it yet. Yeah, so I played OVR Dark in a live stream, and 2 hours in, it has a massive bug, which prevented me from going any further. And I do not want to invest another 2 hours in it just to find out that the same bug exists. So unfortunately, I messaged the developers. They were aware of the bug. They said we do apologize. There has been a patch. You'll have to start from scratch. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But it was all right. It was good. It looked very Resident Evil. Graphics were okay. Gave me a few jump scares. Yeah, that was okay. But I doubt I'll go back to it, unfortunately. I've played a lot of Contractor Showdown, not as much as you two, but I've played quite a bit. We've had, I think on my record it says we've had 6 wins, but we've had more than that. We've had more than that because we got like 3 wins on the first day, didn't we?
You and Indy did, yeah.
Yeah, we got like 3 wins on the first day, and then we've had like 6 wins since. So yeah, it's good. It's good fun. You occasionally come up against these crazy fucking ninjas, and you've got no chance against them. But yeah, if you're organised and you communicate, then yeah, you can squeeze the win out. The other game I've been playing is EA's Works Rally Car and Dirt Rally 2, but I want to talk about that later on. So, what is the first subject you would like to discuss in the world of VR where nothing much has happened in the past 3 weeks?
So let's start with the obvious one, shall we?
Okay.
Obviously, Showdown's been out for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We can all agree, I think it's safe to say, that it is one of our, if not our, favourite game currently.
Dude, it is Warzone in VR, and if that excites you, then it's even better than that.
And if it doesn't, then why doesn't it? And if it's because you didn't like Warzone, then fine.
That's fine.
But you should still play it because it's phenomenal.
It is. So out of the box. So in beta we played on the PC and we also played on the Quest 3. The Quest 3 was much better optimized than the PC version. But on launch day, the PC version is pretty solid.
Not for me. For me, I had the
Not
same
for Indy.
issues that I had
No, not for Indy,
during the
yeah.
beta, just hanging when loading. But I think it's just a memory thing. I'll get some more RAM. I think that'll sort it out for that game. Pretty sure. Yeah. But like I was watching your stream from yesterday, and it just looks so much better. Like it actually looks like graphics, not just blocky skid marks on the wall, which is what it looks like on the Quest 2.
I would like to say that since I got my broadband updated, I actually stream in 4K at 60 FPS, and I think that makes a massive difference to the stream. Yeah. So when you're streaming your Quest stuff, do you use the Meta Developer Hub?
Yeah.
You do, right? Okay, that's fine.
And it still looks like shit. So.
Okay.
What bandwidth are you using for
that? Where's that button?
So on the Meta Developer Hub,
I know,
when you go to the cast situation,
Yeah.
there's a settings thing in there, and you can go up to 80 megabit, I think.
Oh yeah, I maxed them out.
I've got it maxed out. Yeah.
I was going to say, with it maxed out and using Optimizer, because I'm a graphics whore, I can get some really nice
Right.
visuals coming through that.
How does this optimizer thing work? Like, you just download it and then you download the
Okie dokie.
Something we can talk about.
Quest optimizer. I was a skeptic. I thought it was a bunch of bigger YouTubers trying to sell me their multi-level marketing scheme. And as it turns out, they might still have been, but it's fucking worth it. So Mr. Destroyer of Worlds, Tazos himself.
He is a big fan, isn't he?
He was a huge fan. He took GT's video to heart and he went and got it. And he was shouting at me about it for weeks, possibly even months. And then eventually he was just like, I am fed up of you, Shuey. I am going to send you a key. I'm going to pay for it, which was, I think, $10. And I'm going to send it to you. And I'm going to admit here, I left it in my email for nearly a week without touching it because I was afraid of it. I was scared of this evil, monstrous app thing that I would have to learn about and do things with. Do you know what? You don't. It's a ball ache to begin with because you get it off itch.io.
Yeah.
You set it up. You have to install it similar to how you would install SideQuest by plugging it into a PC. Although I'm sure there are ways of doing it without doing that. I think you can do it. You can install it from like an Android phone or something like that as well.
Yeah.
But once it's there, yes, you still have to go to your unknown sources. Once you click on it, it opens up as a launcher.
Yeah.
And the launcher has all the games in there, and you can set it as like just the ones that have profiles already made.
Yeah.
And these are ones that have been tested by the developer and by the community and have all agreed that this is the best way to play. And you can like, it'll either have like HD or HD plus and all of that jazz. And for all the games that don't, you do get to play with it.
Okay.
And that was the bit that I was like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to play with it. I just want it to work.
Yeah, this is what put me off IndieVR.
But
But
there were a couple of games recently that weren't full releases and obviously didn't have profiles that I wanted to play with it for. And I went into the settings. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to Leroy Jenkins into the world of optimizing.
Yeah.
Who's Leroy
And it's
Jenkins?
so simple. It's a slider for how much you want to up your resolution by.
Okay.
And then it's 5 different checkboxes next to it for low to extremely high CPU, GPU, RPS, and a bunch of others, right? And that's it. And then you can save your profile and see if it works. Don't tell me I sound like James Corden. Jesus Christ. Don't you laugh. So yeah, I
thought we were in an
recently...
episode of Carpool Karaoke there for a minute.
So one game, the game that I'm going to talk to you about in a little while, that I think is the best release game of this month. Obviously it was pre-release and it's on App Lab, so it didn't have a profile.
Okay.
And I was like, I loaded it up and I was like, oh, this looks good, but I bet it's not optimized. Jumped back out, jumped into the optimizer, and I went, stick the resolution up 130%, everything else to max settings, 120 hertz, loaded it up, and I was fucking blown away. I was genuinely, hand on my heart, I looked around and I genuinely said the words, holy motherfucking shit.
Damn it.
For an App Lab game made by 5 people, this is.
Really?
And when I stuck it through Optimizer, it blew me. This is on Quest 3, by the way. Don't try and make your Quest 2 games look pretty. You'll probably burn your Quest 2 out if you stick it all the way up. But on Quest 3, it's a monster. It can handle it. The one addendum that I will say is that it will also burn the shit out of your battery.
Oh, well.
Walking Dead, you absolute legend.
I just say, Walking Dead is turned up and in his usual wonderful fashion, because he's a beautiful human being, has gifted some memberships.
Nice on Walking
think-
Dead. He's like
I
he's
think
like
that deserves something, right? Walking
Yes.
Dead,
thank you very much,
big,
Walking Dead.
just like the OnlyFans girls. Look, Walking Dead
Oh,
VR.
I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write it on my penis, but maybe later because it needs to be a little bit bigger.
I might do it on my face.
He's like
It would just say WDR. It would say
Says Walking Dead.
WDVR. What's that joke about? Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day. Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
I really appreciate it, buddy. It's super appreciated.
If anybody doesn't know, Walking Dead has a channel on YouTube, and you can go and watch his Ghosts of Tabor streams
And
Showdown streams. Yeah, it's all great. Right,
genuinely one of the best streamers in my mind for that kind of content currently available. That's not me blowing smoke up his ass because he's just donated some memberships. 100%, I can fall asleep to listen to his streams.
Yeah,
That's not that it makes me fall asleep. His voice, and
Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, is genuinely one of the sexiest voices on the planet.
Oh, thank you, more. Yeah,
Thank you.
when we were playing Ghosts of Tabor, because Walking Dead is not like me and you and Indy. He's not like a foul-mouthed English
Thank
vagabond.
you.
He's a very politely spoken American. But when he laughs, he starts laughing, then says, "Mac, I don't believe you said that," and it's like, oh man, his voice is incredible. Yeah, so
Thank you.
go and subscribe to Walking Dead's channel. Oh dear.
I might get that tattooed on me, WD. I've got weirder things tattooed on me, buddy. This wouldn't be the
Thank
weirdest thing I've
you.
tattooed on myself.
Gamer Generation says foul mouth. I thought you all just spoke the Queen's English. Well, it's the King's English now because the Queen's dead, unfortunately. Yeah. Right. So Quest Opt. Right.
Thank
so this is going to
you.
be this is going to really piss you off, Shuey. The guy who's behind the optimizer actually gave me free access and has been pestering me for months and months and months to do a video on his optimizer, and I just haven't got round to it because I'm one of
No.
those people. I need to do it. I need to do it.
Here's the thing. He reached out to me about a year ago,
Yeah.
and I honestly I kind of ignored him, and I feel like I've shot myself in the foot. I've lost a year's worth of better quality content
Yeah.
because I just didn't put the effort in to what is quite clearly an indie developer's like side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. So yeah, highly advised. If you own a Quest 3 and you want good visuals, go and check it out. Yeah, sorry, we were talking about Showdown. So
We were
yeah,
talking
Indie,
about Showdown.
go and check out Optimizer. It is 100% worth it, mate.
All right, cool.
I think a tenner it's worth the time and the effort. It's the extra effort of having to click down to your unknown sources, load it up, which takes done. Sometimes you have to re-enable it, like the wireless thing. Just literally press a button on it and just say yes, allow on this PC.
Yeah.
It does drain the battery more, Henry. It does drain the battery a lot
It does.
because more power, more energy. It is just going to. This is why people need an S3 or the
the KKCOBVR Q3 Pro.
Do you know the reason why I'm never going to buy into that system?
I know exactly
it's
why.
because of the fucking
Same
name.
fucking reason for me.
It's because of the fucking
why?
name.
Why? Just can you ask them why they called it that? It's fucking
It's just, right. So this is my quest.
Chat. Before Matt goes off on this bit, I want you to tell me what that acronym means. Only wrong answers.
Yeah. KK. So Kilo, Charlie Oscar, Bravo, Victor, Romeo. KKCOBVR.
Tell me what it means, people.
You see, the thing is, I've done so much work with them that now it just rolls off my tongue. KKCOBVR. It doesn't matter to me. So this is my Quest 3 with its fully kitted out with the KKCOBVR. I've got the prototype fan, which I have to admit here on stream, when the S3 Pro came out, I was like, why did they put a fan on?
It's so good.
It's extra money. No, it's extra money, and I don't want it. Right? I rescind that. This thing is amazing. Oh, when we were playing Contractors the other day, and Indy was complaining about that his aircon wasn't working. I had angels blowing.
Oh, come on, Mac. When that came out, you said that fan is a load of shite and it's a gimmick. Come on, you can't.
Oh, mate, it's awesome.
The S3 has it as well, and all of your complaining, I had mine set at 70%.
Yeah.
And my eyeballs were drying out. That's how much air was flowing over my face.
That's not a good thing then. That's a design defect. Yeah. That's what that is.
So I am going to say now that I think what Bobo VR should do is do a cheaper S3 that doesn't have the fan, and then they should do the Pro which has the fan. Because since I got the fan interface, I use it all the time now. And it's just wonderful. Like I said, it's like angels gently licking your face. It's wonderful.
Nice. Did you send me that battery? You asked me for my address like 2 weeks. I haven't got it.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Did you? I have not received it. When you sent it like 2 weeks ago.
Hold on. I'm just looking on my every
Lucozade. I can't drink one of them right now. I won't sleep. Sorry. No, my wife's just brought me home energy drinks.
No.
Keep me alive.
No. You'll be up all night.
Yeah, no. So I've got a little bit of Lucozade just to pep me up for the rest of the stream. Thank you, baby. Love you.
No, I didn't send them out 2 weeks ago. I sent them out last week.
Yeah.
I sent one to your mate.
Yep.
And
Which I need to follow up on.
Okay, I was just wondering because you asked me for my address ages ago. So I was just wondering. Cheers.
No, I have sent it. It's probably I sent it via snail mail, so it'll probably take a while to get to you.
Rather than email.
Yeah.
No, cheers, mate. Yeah. That'll come in handy if I get this optimizer thing and start doing that.
Right. Ted Baker. Who the fuck's Ted Baker?
Every are bad. They're the designer, Ted Baker. Designer clothes.
It's on its way back.
Yeah, every is bad. Like I used them a lot for eBay until recently. I had an incident where I sold an Xbox and I used them. I was using them for everything for years and never had a problem. And running them. So sent the Xbox, and then for no reason they knocked on my door and gave it back to me like 2 days later. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I got in contact with them. They're like, oh, sorry, it's an error. We don't know. It's marked as it's still at our dispatch place. I was like, what the hell? I'm never using them again.
Yeah, they are useless. Right.
Yeah. I can't. I have sent it to you, but you're 71 something or other place,
Max,
isn't
it? Just. I know you forgot to send it, right? So just go tomorrow.
No,
it's fine.
I've sent it. I've sent
it. With your phone. No, I appreciate it, mate.
Right. Next. So, is there anything else? Oh yeah, we need to talk about Showdown's beta coming out this weekend.
Oh yeah. So, when I found out about it, I was not interested, and the reason is because in Contractor Showdown, you run into these ninjas, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, Shuey. When me, you, and I think it was El Diego got shot out of the air by that sniper, and he went.
Oh yeah, no, and fair play to him.
Bang.
That was just headshot.
That was an amazing. So basically, what was happening is we knew there was a sniper above us, so we decided to fly away, and set up because he was getting pushed by the cloud, by the storm. And what he did was he went, "Okay, you're flying away," and he went bang, killed me with 2 headshots. Bang, killed Shuey with 2 headshots. Bang, killed El Diego with 2 headshots. And we were like, "Dude, that was unbelievable." And it. And you run into these guys, and you've got no chance against them. I played during the beta. I played with Samachi. I don't know if you know him. He does a lot of population. Does a lot of Population 1 streams. He's an incredible player, really nice guy. But he is a fucking ninja. I mean, and I don't want to come up against people like that because I know I'm not good enough. That's my take. Indy, what's your take on the solos beta?
I don't know. Never really thought about it, to be honest. I like playing in teams at the same time. I get what you're saying, but yeah,
I
might
prefer
give it.
playing in teams,
Hmm?
but I prefer playing in teams. But here's the thing: like, I'm not necessarily super happy about this being released for me, because I would rather play in a team. But if people that I want to play with aren't available, I would actually usually rather play solo than I would play with randoms.
Yeah, so Fitz VR, if you don't know who he is, go look
check
him
him
up on
out.
YouTube. He's got a channel. He's a lovely fella. He prefers solos. He actually plays the team game solo deliberately.
Yeah. And he's had several seconds, hasn't he?
He's had quite a few second places, but he hasn't actually had a win yet. But I mean, he's pretty good. So
Yeah, but for me, I like playing with randoms. Like, I had one stream where it was really bad, but normally it's such a laugh and just like meeting random people saying random stuff, and it's more
Black
entertaining.
Afro.
Black Afro was amazing.
Like there's Come.
Yeah. Sorry, we ran into this guy. He was called Black Afro, and he was clearly black, and he was clearly stoned, and he was so funny. And we were like, "I'm really sorry, dude, but are you black?" And he was like, "Oh, your English is so respectful. Yes, I am black." And then he just went off on this little tirade of fucking
He was a
hilarious.
funny guy, man.
He was so funny. I tell you, who he reminded me of. He reminded me of. Oh fucking hell! The Population One guy that we met. His name's gone out of my head.
Monkalicious.
No, not Monkalicious. No. Sounded like Frank. Me and you, Indy. It was Frank. Sounded like Frank.
Oh,
Bruno.
that guy.
Oh Christ! What's his bloody name? Jason. Yeah.
Now it might as well be Jason.
Yeah, he disappeared. Yeah. He's back. He came in one of my streams recently.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, Shuey, but yeah, Black Afro. It was so funny. It's like a sort of 1970s blaxploitation film star, and he was just so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had one bad random stream, but I actually enjoy it. Just random people and just doing random shit, and it's funny, man.
You ran into Evil Kingus as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I ran into Evil Kingus just randomly. He's like, I know that voice, and we were in the same squad. But yeah, I like doing randoms. I play with people as well. They're about, but how else are you going to get your squad? Like, I've got some good people on my friends list, so I'm putting in the work for that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one more.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Sorry, I missed what happened.
Moore's just gifted
nice one, Moore.
VR membership. Yeah.
Nice one, Mr. Moore. Straight out of Compton, Mr. Moore. Yeah. So basically, yeah, I might give it a go. I might just play it, but I'm not. The thing is, this weekend is the big fight, and I'm not going to be playing Showdown Saturday. Tyson Fury versus Usyk is something I've been waiting for ages, and the trailer for that is like one of the best trailers I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I haven't watched the trailer yet.
It's not
anybody.
It was the one before it got cancelled.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So anybody doesn't know, me and Indy are big fight fans. So we keep talking about doing a fight podcast, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to fight yourselves. I would watch that. I'd pay for that. Chat, you'd pay for that.
I'm not going to pay for that. He's lost. How much weight have you lost in the past year?
5 grams.
Yeah, when he went for a shit. I've done the opposite. I've put loads of weight on. I've now got like a bit of a kite. I don't go out if it's windy in case my kite takes off. Sorry, if anybody doesn't know, in the north, a kite means a belly. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not fighting that fucking. Fucking hell, I'm fighting him.
That fucking what? What are you going to call me? I think he's trying to start a fight here, Shuey.
Animal, mate. You in the gym 5-6 times a week?
No, I'm not. I don't do anything.
Diamond Geezer. There you go. Weebs. Diamond Geezer.
Yeah.
Oh, he was fucking amazing.
Yeah, Jason L. Yeah, that's the one, Simon. Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, Showdown. I won't get a chance. When's the beta? Friday or Saturday or?
I assume it will come out Friday night until Monday morning.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a bash just for the sake of it on Sunday.
I think what we should do is we should play the team version on Sunday, because all the ninjas will be playing the solo, and we might get a chance of a few more wins.
To be honest, that could be true. That could be true.
Thanks, Slow. I appreciate it, buddy. This is my Lemsip. Good old Lucasade. Typical British Lemsip.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, to sum up Showdown, it's like my go-to game. Population 1 died, in my opinion, a long time ago. I went in there a couple of times here and there. It's still fun if you're playing with people. I'm sure it'd be fun to play. Like if I went in there now, I'd have fun because it's just like I haven't played it for so long. But Showdown just has so much more going for it. It's just like there's no comparison. The only thing that Pop 1 stands out for me is the climbing, because that's quite fun, all the climbing stuff.
It's fantastically done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fun, that climbing.
There's a few things in Showdown. There's a few fences and armcos and a few little weird bits that stick out from buildings that you can't vault over.
Yeah.
And that you're kind of running along and you're like, oh shit, I'm getting shot at. Oh, fucking armco. And you're like, so there's a few little things you can't, I mean, I'm sure they'll, it's early days.
Yeah.
I would actually like to see what their player base is. I would like to see what the player base is from the beta, because obviously there's a lot of creators and people involved in that. And then on launch day, I'd like to see, were they level with Population 1? Are they, has it stayed level? Is it gone up?
Well, here's the thing. When was the last time you tried to jump into a lobby and it took forever? I've had one lobby that took a while, but in the beta, constant amounts of sitting there for 8 minutes waiting for a lobby to fill. Whereas now I'm rarely in there for more than a minute waiting for a lobby. So like it must be doing something.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, when we were playing the other day, we were jumping in, and when we were jumping in, the lobby was like 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, bang, straight into a game.
Yep.
It's
I waited like
so
3 minutes the other day.
3 minutes?
3.5 minutes. Yeah. Anything else about Showdown, guys? Like, do you want to talk about your skins and all that stuff that you?
No. I think we've spoken enough about.
Okay. What's your favorite skin, Shuey? What's your new skin? Tell us. That shiny one.
No.
And so anybody that's
so mean.
Is anybody wondering what's going on? Shuey is a skin. You are a skin whore, aren't you?
I am. I love a skin. I used to not care. I used to have zero shits to give, and now I will do a lot for a skin. I will do way more than I think is reasonable for a skin.
Yeah.
I have the long bow pendant.
Oh, excellent.
I had it in the beta.
You
I've
guys,
got it.
yeah, go on.
That game that we won, not the last stream, but the stream before, the last game we won, I killed Lombao in the final circle and I got the Lombao pendant. So
nice.
Go me.
Yeah, the if you guys saw what I've got in my kind of lobby, I never leave that square, and every single station has got numbers on it that are just going up and up and up and up. I refuse to open them, look at the skins.
So this is the Population 1 thing. We remember the base PJ in his little blue coat. Now we used to this is a story then. So in 2019, I actually met Indy in a game of Population 1, and he was wearing the base PJ, and he was talking to his stream on Twitch, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going for 500 kills this week." And I said to him, "You're not a base PJ." And he like turned to me and he was like, and that's actually how we met, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was almost at 500 kills, I remember.
Yeah.
Worst day of my life. I mean, it was so great to meet you. I was a big fan. No, I did say to you, I go, "Oh, you're the guy from..." Oh, no, I remember. I said to you, I go, "You're that YouTube streamer, aren't you?" And you're like, "I don't stream." Like, you're offended by it. I remember.
I was offended, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't stream then.
But now you're a streamer wanker, pretty much.
I am. Yeah, that's all I do now. Yeah.
No, but then he's like, "I make videos," and I said, "Yeah, I'll watch your stuff." And yeah, it's really cool. Right. Let's talk about something else.
Stop wanking each other off and move on to the next subject.
Right, so what do you want to talk about next? I've actually got quite a few things. I didn't even realise.
Ghosts of Tabor has released on the Pico 4.
Yay, move on.
Okay.
Let's have a moment of silence for Ghost of the Ball and people go 4.
Does anyone care that Ghosts have released on Pico?
Weeble might.
Genuinely.
We will love
No.
Ghost of the Ball.
As much
No,
as I love, as
like
much as I
Gamers
love my Pico,
Generation, I agree, mate. Like, rest in peace.
yeah,
Pico will do more things, but Pico 4 at the moment is doing nothing.
no.
Stuff releasing on there is I'm not even sure how worth it is
The
for
only
developers to port it.
no, there isn't. I've had a conversation with a developer who was trying to port their game to Pico, and it's a popular game. It's a game that I've played a lot of, and they just gave up with Pico because they said you contact them, it takes them 2 weeks to get back to you, and you said the sales on Pico's storefront are not very good. The only reason to buy Pico 4 is if you purely and utterly just do PC VR.
Yep.
And you can't quite stretch to a Quest 3 because you can pick up a Pico 4 128 gig for about 250 quid. And it is visually and comfort wise, it is almost as good as the Quest 3, but it doesn't have the standalone library that the Quest 3 has. So if you only play PC VR and you can't quite stretch to a Quest 3, then buy Pico 4. And that's the only reason at the moment, at this particular moment in time. And I hate to say that because like last year, we went down to Pico quite a lot and we were big advocates for Pico and we were trying to help them out. And they just pulled the funding plug and fucking dumped us on the floor, basically.
I mean, to be fair, that wasn't Pico's fault. That was ByteDance's fault.
Yeah,
but either way, like, they're not even taking my calls anymore. So, Sodom.
But thank you for all the streaming money.
Yeah, that was nice for a while.
That was nice for a while it lasted. That would have been lovely. I could have done that full time. I really enjoyed it.
Yep. Right. Next subject. Anyone want to pick one?
No, go for it, guys.
No, I picked the last one, so
okay. Do we want to do some quick fire news from the last week?
Okay.
Okay, so this is one we definitely should have spoken about because it's definitely been 2 weeks, and it's been exactly 5 days, I think, since this news was released. We have Batman coming.
I'd completely forgotten about that.
We have Batman coming. Batman is coming to VR again, but Batman is coming exclusively to Quest 3.
And a proper Batman game. It's not like a demo.
It's a CGI. It's a pre-rendered trailer. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but they can't fuck this up.
Yeah, we've heard that before. I don't get excited about these trailers. I'm sorry. Even the Alien one.
I'm not excited about the trailer. No, the Alien one has made me angry. Very, 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 very angry.
We'll talk about Batman first. So, hands up, who doesn't like Batman?
What, as a person or?
As a person, I think he's a massive dong, but the stories I quite enjoy.
Oh my god! Even Batfleck, I even liked Ben.
I liked Batfleck. I think he is one of the greatest Batmans.
I can't stand that guy.
I love him.
I love him. I thought
his face just looks so cheesy. I can't watch anything with him in it.
So Weeble said the Batman trailer only shows CGI, but also the
developers.
The trailer for what?
The developers? Oh no, what are you saying? The trailer. Alien.
The trailer's only CGI, but the trailer for the Metro, that's only CGI as well. But I also got a massive hard on for that because it's Metro and they are phenomenal games. They are phenomenal games.
Oh, the advantage of Metro is that it's being produced by Vertigo, right? Who are a tried and tested company.
Yeah, and you know the gun mechanics are going to be good. You know the graphics are going to be good. It's just whether the story and the story length is reasonable.
Going to be sufficient, yeah.
6 to 8 hours, I'd be quite happy. Something along the lines of Assassin's Creed Nexus, which, you know, yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so the CGI gun.
Sorry, Indy. What do you say?
Oh, mate. No, go on.
No, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, CGI trailers and teaser trailers are to hype people up, and that's basically what it's done. It's hyped everyone up. That's what they're for. So they're trailers to get people hyped up. But until I see some actual gameplay, I'm dead. I'm numb to all of it. Because I work I've always worked in sales. I work in VR sales, VR games, all that kind of stuff.
You did the trailer for RFVR, didn't you?
I did 2 trailers for RFVR. Yeah.
And they were really good.
Thank you, sir.
I especially like the one where you walked away and left your headset and then realised you were still recording and then came back and thought, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was the free demo trailer. Yeah. And then I did the early access trailer. That's on Steam, guys, if you want to check it out.
With the grass and then the sun comes up.
Yeah, the time lapse. It's a good,
cool.
Do you know what? I haven't been in that game for so long. It's such a good game. It's just like, I need to check it out again. So much has changed.
Yeah.
There's a good reason why people were when it comes to AC Nexus, because it was shit.
Yes, it was, Mac.
2 out of 3 Virtually Rek't members agree. It's kind of like, you know how you buy your toothpaste when it's like, 9 out of 10 doctors? Well, 2 out of 3 Virtually Rek't podcasters agree that AC Nexus was shit.
Better than Vampire Masquerade.
I agree.
Damn it.
I didn't play enough of
No,
it.
I loved it. I played it. I played all the way through. I think I'm about an hour off it finishing it. Because I got right to the end. I loved it. I loved the mechanics. I loved the fluidity of the parkour. It was a bit janky in places. But
I replayed the first 3 hours the other day.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. That was right. I played the first hour and 10 minutes because I remembered what the next hour and 50 minutes were like. And I was like, I can't do this to myself again.
I think Clicks is in your chat. How you doing, Clicks?
What's up, Clicky?
Oh, Rob's in the chat as well. Sorry, Rob. I didn't spot you there, mate.
Vampire Masquerade is solid. Proper bit of stealth. It's only a proper bit of stealth because in order to stealth properly, you don't kill anyone for an hour.
Yes. And then somebody spots you from a million miles away, and you're like, I've been stealthing for an hour and I haven't got past the save point, and some random dude who stood a million miles away is spotting me. Vampire Masquerade was dog.
Yeah, no,
If
it
you're into
looks
stealth-
good.
if you-
It's just
if you-
not.
if you're
It
into
just
that
didn't
kind of
feel
stuff.
good to me.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of
Well,
stuff, it's
We
good.
agree to disagree then. So, what do you want from Batman? Do you want a sort of AC Nexus kind
No.
of stealth Batman kind of game, or do you want like a Batman Gotham City?
You mean
I don't want an Arkham beat 'em up. I really don't want that
Okay.
because I don't think it will work in VR properly.
No, I
I
agree.
would prefer to have a stealthy Nexus using lots of gadgets, and then just a decent story. It doesn't even have to be like the perfect action game for me. I would rather have solid visuals,
Mm-hmm.
solid story, and then a way to interact with those things.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Slow Coach. Cheers, mate. I've actually, you probably missed it, but I've got something else.
Oh God, he's getting his
I did
penis
it.
out.
I did no, I did a live unboxing of this earlier with a really crap camera because my other camera just went mad. So yeah, I'm not gonna do the PC for a while. If ever, I'm thinking of just doing RAM. We'll see. But yeah, Batman. If it's got X-ray vision, I'm not interested. Full stop. And if it's a stealth game with X-ray vision, I'm not even gonna talk about it.
But the best
Yeah,
stealth game ever made was Splinter
Tenchu.
Cell, and that
Tenchu, you mean?
had. Did that not have X-ray vision?
No.
I love Splinter Cell. Well, Splinter Cell in VR, we were supposed to get that, and then that never happened, did it? So
Yeah.
fuck.
I wish that companies would realize at this point that actual X-ray vision is not the way to go with stealth games.
Tenchu.
I don't think that they need to remove it entirely.
Make it
I think they
optional.
need to reduce its abilities down to the point where you're not literally work essentially in dev mode.
Yeah. Jin 007, a license to chill, has just said, as long as it's not a roguelike. Because I think we were going down that road where every single game that seemed to be released into VR was a roguelike. Now, I put my hands up. I played Rogue Ascent. I loved it. What's the other one? Light Brigade. Oh,
Light Brigade was fantastic.
Light Brigade's fantastic, but you do eventually get a little bit sick of endless. It's like, do you remember back in the 90s when every single film tie-in was a scrolling beat 'em up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it was going. So yeah, I agree. Gin 007, No License to Chill. As long as it's not.
Yeah. For Batman, I don't know what I want. I'm just gonna wait and see what they come out with. See what they
Okay,
come out with.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on from Batman then. Okay,
Alien.
so this one, no. Well, let's talk about Alien. I guess Rogue Incursion.
Yeah. Why?
Why
Why?
what?
Why are you so pissed off about it?
Oh, son of a bitch! Can I can't even.
Right,
Right.
right,
Okay, no.
let's
Before we move on from Batman, because this is going to inform why I am so angry about the fucking Alien trailer. Fucking trailer. Okay.
Okay. Like,
I have made myself so angry I can hear ringing in my ears.
Okay. Like, so
calm-
calm down. First
calm-
question is:
yeah.
Are you a fan of the Alien franchise films?
I am a mega fan of the Alien franchise, not just the films, the comics, the books, the games. The Predator tie-ins, not the films because they were really bad.
What about Prey with the Indian girl?
Oh yeah, no, Prey was.
Oh, that was fucking good. I enjoyed that film.
I really didn't.
Oh, I thought it was
Predictable
superb.
pants. It was rubbish.
I can't wait for the next one where they make it about the Australians. It's like they're just picking random groups of people throughout time and being like, what would happen if they fought a predator?
The Aborigines versus the Predator. Is that what it's going to be?
It's the Mayans versus the Predator is the third one. And then the Egyptians versus the... Oh, they've done the Egyptians?
God.
I think they might have done the Egyptians.
I'm waiting for the caveman.
It's worse than the bloody superhero movies.
There's like a monkey beating an alien over the head with a stick. Right, okay.
Right,
I
so
was a massive fan of Prey. So yeah, I'm a huge fan. I've actually got I've got an Aliens poster on my wall. I think Aliens by James Cameron is the signature sort of that is the signature film for me. That was the one that was like, oh my god. And if you watch the director's cut with all the extra bits in it, just fucking superb.
No,
Aliens 3 you
Aliens
can
was-
shove up your ass.
Yeah, no, Alien 3 was a terrible idea. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, so
Anyway, so in order to explain why I'm so pissed off about the Alien Rogue Incursion teaser, is because of the Batman trailer that we got, right? Let's
Okay.
call that what it is as well, a teaser, okay?
yeah.
How many of you bothered to actually go and freeze frame the 38-second Batman teaser?
And I just watched it.
Okay, so I went through that almost frame by frame,
Okay.
right? Because I knew there would be stuff, because Arkham trailers are always full of stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find them. And it turns out that was fucking pointless, because somebody had already done it and made an entire YouTube video about it, which really annoyed me, because I was going to do the same thing. So
Alien versus pregnant woman. Clickster. No chance.
So anyway, if you go through it like bit by bit, the rat that goes through Gotham and sort of across the thing and down the drain, and then there are all sorts of different bits and bobs, like little Easter eggs within the teaser to tell you about what the game's going to be about. So we already know that the main villain is going to be the rat catcher.
Yeah.
We already know that Harley Quinn's going to appear in it. We already know that Two-Face is going to appear in it because of the different bits and bobs. Like there's a Harvey Dent pin badge, there's some graffiti, there's a Harley Quinzel medical badge.
Yeah.
He goes through the like mask, which is the rat catcher thing, and the gloves. So yeah, we have Easter eggs.
Yeah.
What did we get in the Alien Incursion teaser?
I'm just.
Do you know what? I watched it and it's so forgettable that I can't remember.
There was only one thing that it gave us in the entire teaser trailer, and that was a name.
Aliens in it.
There was a name. That was it. Because previously it was known as the currently unnamed Servios alien game.
Right.
And all it gave us was a name.
So Servios, though, they're reliable.
They made the Walking Dead game.
Crappiest Walking Dead in history, but they made a couple of other good games.
Which one?
Name them.
No, sorry. Servios made the really bad Walking Dead game.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Because Skydance made the good one.
Skydance made the good one. So it's going to be a corridor shooter where you take the whole premise of shooting a zombie in the head, which kills him, and then make it so that you have to shoot the zombie in the head 3 times to kill it. Yeah, and then you discover during a live stream that you can just hold your knife out in front of you and do this.
Like in AC Nexus.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. You just wiggle the sword like that. That's killing everyone.
What was the other one? The the game it's the one set in Mort Grizzly's Funland. I was so disappointed when I found out in Funland that you could just hold a broom out in front of you and let them run into you, and they would you just had to stand still and they would run into you until they died. And I was like, this
Mac, that was the best trade-off of 2 games that released I've ever done in my life. I traded you that Max Mustard for a copy of fucking Happy Funland.
Right, you did, yeah.
You mugged me right off.
Oh my
I didn't even
God.
play it in the end. Yeah.
Max Mustard was amazing. Happy Funland. It had a great premise. It could have been so good, and I didn't realize until later on that it was actually only made by a couple of people. It could have been so good, but in the end, it was just shite.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go and watch my video review.
Yeah. So as far as the Alien game is concerned, Servios did release some statements. They released. So they have said specifically that it's going to be single player horror, very atmospheric, yada yada yada. I'll believe it when I say it. They also, their other quote was that it is being made for Aliens fans by Aliens fans. And if they've lied to me about this, I will hunt them down and remove their testicles.
That is a fucking red light right there. Made by I mean, I just, from my experience, I don't think that's good. That's pushing it too far.
It is.
You know. But let me just get into quickly. The whole point of these teaser trailers is obviously to build hype. But the other thing is the games aren't developed enough to show polished gameplay. So they have to release something. So there's that side of it as well.
Yeah, and when does it say it's coming out?
It doesn't.
End of the year.
Yeah, so they've still got 7 months of development. Yeah.
Yeah, but 7 months when they don't have workable visuals.
Yeah.
That's fucking worrying.
And as well, what I would like to say is that if a game like this is coming out, then creators usually get approached to do, as Evil Kingus would say it, free game testing.
Yeah, and maybe all right, so in 7 months they can make a really good game. Depends on the size of the team as well. They could have the basics there. It just needs a lot of work around what the basics are. Because you can release a game. It depends on the team and how good they are, but you'd be surprised how quickly you can push out a game.
So I'm gonna use an example here. So we got involved with Bolverk and Genotype. All right. So when the initial alpha released, it was terrible. It was terrible, and I was so concerned because the guy from Bolverk, who was our contact, RJ, he was such a nice fella, and he was
really was
doing this. We're doing this. And when we got our hands on the alpha, I was like, oh my God, do I tell him how bad this is? But when Genotype released, I mean, even like the beta, weeks before the game was released, was still not particularly polished. But the game, when it released, was really good. And it has improved exponentially over the life of its release, because they've done like a Quest 3 update. They've released it on PSVR 2. And there's a PC VR version been released. I can't remember. I think I got some keys for it. Yeah, so it's been released. And that is a really good game now. But 6 months before it released, it wasn't. But the guys at Bolverk, or the guys and girls at Bolverk, really, really turned it around. So maybe. Oh. But the thing is, when they say it's a proper aliens horror game, are they taking inspiration from the original film, or are they taking inspiration from James Cameron's Aliens, which was, I think, still one of the best films ever made, or all the shite that's come out in between?
Oh, whoa, whoa. Indy, I want to hear what you're about to say, but please, I want you to elaborate on what you class as shit.
Aliens 3, Aliens 4.
Aliens 4 wasn't shit. It was not great, but it wasn't shit.
It wasn't Aliens.
Alien wasn't Aliens. Aliens wasn't Alien. It went from psychological horror to massive action shooter.
Tons. I know, it was great. But it was
great.
It was in that universe. Like Aliens 3 was filmed in Scunthorpe, I think. I actually literally think it was filmed in Scunthorpe because it had all English actors. There was no budget. They killed off Reese and the little girl Newt, like with like a throwaway sort of comment, didn't they? Do you remember?
Yeah,
It's
there's
like,
a whole backstory behind that.
We found you in this crashed escape pod, and everybody else was dead. Move on. Okay. Which was the one with Matthew, where they were put on the? Oh, that was a Predator film. Sorry.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Indy?
The Alien game that I loved the most was, I think it was the Alien trilogy on the 16-bit or something. It was. Do you guys play that?
Yeah, I've actually recently played number 3 on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, it's on the Mega Drive.
Oh, cool!
That game was great when it came out.
It was.
Yeah, something like that would be really cool.
So just literally a shooter with story.
Yeah, and then you can have horror bits as well.
The thing is
you can use the beepy thing to build up tension.
Yes, and I think that would be really well done.
The beepy.
No, what the fuck? You two are geeks with this stuff.
The motion tracker.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Right, so somebody's just mentioned Prometheus, right?
Oh, this is a two-sided one.
Okay, so there was the Numira Pace Prometheus, and then there was a sequel that had the Irish Fassbender in it. So that was garbage. Prometheus is okay.
See, here's the thing. I didn't like Prometheus to begin with, right?
Okay.
And I also didn't like Aliens Covenant. I wasn't a fan. I thought they had really made a big mistake in what they were doing until I rewatched them recently and took into account the idea that they were meant to be part of a trilogy that will now never be completed.
Exists. Yeah.
We spoke about that.
Because Covenant was shite.
No, it wasn't shite. I thought it was.
But we landed on an alien planet where we know there's all this sort of weird stuff going on. So we're going to wander around without wearing hazmat suits and then wonder why everybody gets.
They didn't know that. No, because they're a colony ship. They're a colony ship.
So how many billions of human beings have died to get to the point where we are immune to certain diseases and all that sort of stuff? Land on a planet that has 1 billion diseases and then wonder why everybody goes fucking loopy.
Okay, this is a conversation for a different time. This is not a movie podcast.
We were talking about Alien. What the fuck is it called?
Rogue Incursion.
So what do you?
The name is Rogue. The name's Rogue, so it's going to be a roguelite, isn't it? Fucking done. I'm not playing that.
You know what? Do you know what? Me and Rob were discussing this the other day, and I actually agree with him. Is most games, I think, would actually benefit from not being primarily, but having
an element
a
to
roguelike like
replayability kind of thing.
Yeah, for replayability.
Yeah. So, this is a great idea. So Resident Evil, I'm just going to use this as an example. Resident Evil has like a Game Plus, I would love to go back and play Arizona Sunshine 2, fully tooled up on a Game Plus with harder zombies, but I've got all my weapons.
Yeah,
I've got my full suite. Like Arizona Sunshine 2, the last hour was amazing because you're in that laboratory. You've got access to a chain gun. You've got an M4. You've got loads and loads of ammunition. You've got grenades, and there are zombies literally piling up the stairway. And I remember sitting there going, bum, 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 fucking reload, bum, 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 shoot, grenade, and it was amazing. So I want a Game Plus mode in VR, and I don't think we've had one so far yet. So
I don't think so.
Sorry, Indy.
Sorry, Mick, go on. You were talking.
Yeah, I'm always talking. If rogue incursion means that you have to build up your character and you start off with a pistol, you get the M57, you then get the machine gun on the pivot, you then get a flamethrower. If that's the way it works, then yeah, that would be pretty cool. But if it's sticking to the original Alien,
which I would prefer,
where it was one alien and Sigourney Weaver and a cat. What was the name of the cat?
Oh, fuck me. I had
Turkey.
it in my... I was literally about to say it until you asked.
Okay,
I want to say George, but it's not George.
We'll give away a game key. We'll give away a random game key to anybody the first person in all of our chats who has the name of the... I can't remember, but whoever, when it comes up, it'll be... You little shit. Yes, she did call him you little shit. And he died as well.
Jonesy.
Who got it?
No, I just got it in my head.
So I think Rob got it. Yeah, Rob got it.
Yeah,
Jonesy.
Rob got it.
Give a key to a guy who does not need a key.
Exactly.
He has all the roguelites. That's all he plays.
Just give him a key for a roguelite. He's probably fucking got all of them already. Yeah, but if it's a roguelite, I'll be one and done. I'll play it once and then I'll be like, just to experience it, and then that's it. I just don't enjoy the loopiness of doing the same over and over. And like Dungeons of Eternity, everyone loves it. I played it once and I was like, I've seen all the enemies, I've seen all the levels. I just, there's nothing in me that makes me want to play it more. I'm like the only person in the world that thinks that, I think.
It is a big problem. We played and reviewed Arizona Sunshine 2, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But when the update came out with the little, like the new dog and new skins and everything, I was like, I don't want to go back and play it because I've already done it. So if you could go back and play the harder levels on a Game Plus, then I will probably go back and play Arizona Sunshine 2 because I think that's a great game.
Yeah, 3/4 of the way through the campaign in that. When did it come out? I should finish it this weekend. Yeah, so only just wait and see then. But the word rogue is in it, so it doesn't
Rogue
fill me
incursion.
with excitement. It might be great, like really well done. What's that other game on the PSVR 2? That's only on there. One of the only bloody exclusives. That was like a roguelike kind of thing, wasn't it? So Synapse?
Yeah.
Synapse?
Oh, Synapse. That was really
Synapse.
good, man.
Yeah. I
That
really
was
liked
really
Synapse.
good.
So I played it at the beginning. I played through the first playthrough without buying any powers because I wanted to make it as hard as possible. And then I went back in the second playthrough and I had all the powers and it was so easy. I was just like, I don't want to play anymore. But the game was
fun.
great. The game was great. The first playthrough is great, especially with no powers. It's so challenging in hardest mode. I wish they'd come out with something for that game.
Yeah, I'm actually going to speak to them about that because I don't understand why you wouldn't expand on it.
Yeah.
Like the mechanics of it are so well done that all it needs is either more story or more modes. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terminator 1 in VR, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
That would be fun. Terminator 2 would be better.
Yeah, the Countdown just make a good point there. And if anybody hasn't played Star Wars Squadrons in VR, that has a full, long single player campaign, which is really, really good.
What is?
Star Wars Squadrons in VR.
Oh, yeah.
That has a pretty long. I mean, it's like
it's
an 8
good.
to 10 hour campaign, and you
enjoyed
play as the Imperials, and you also play as the Rebellion. And there's moments when you're sweeping in towards like a one of those. What the fuck are those big Imperial ships called? The destroyers. What they're called?
Star Destroyer, no. Well, you got the Star Destroyers.
Star Destroyers, and you're flying in, and you've got to take out the laser turrets. And I was like, the small child that is in me is actually not a small child. This is like a big child. Was like, oh, destroys, yeah. It was like, and he had the music, dun 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 dun, dun, and you were like flying in, and and it was absolutely incredible. And this, I mean, I've got a HOTAS. I've got a HOTAS, and playing with a HOTAS was just amazing. Yeah, so I think that's what we're lacking. We're lacking that sort of. I mean, Star Wars Squadrons in VR got everything right.
Yeah, Ramtastic said it'd be good to put it on PSVR 2 and Quest 3.
Yeah, it would.
I think it would sell well on PSVR 2, especially with this month's PSVR 2 charts, because Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy Edge just dominated those charts this month. Obviously, it didn't. It helped that it was May 4th.
Yeah. Yes. May the 4th be with you. But I never played that game. I was never interested.
I bought it on PSVR 2. I played a third of it, maybe a bit more. It was all right. You know, it was more of a Quest port, wasn't it? They didn't really do much with the graphics on it.
No, so I played it on Quest, and it was aggressively okay.
Yeah.
But it was like, here's a game with very little to do, but Star Wars.
Star Wars, yes. I think Indy actually summed it up there, and he said that they didn't really do anything, and that kind of sums up the PSVR 2.
Yeah.
And I've got a PSVR 2, and I desperately want games to play on it. I've got Madison, which we're going to talk about later.
My mate keeps coming in my room, not now, but like, oh, no,
filthy bugger.
Right now.
Yeah. No, he basically every time he comes around, he's like, "So when are you going to sell me the PS5 and the PSVR 2?" Because I told him once ages, like not even ages ago, but he keeps asking me, and like he asked me yesterday, and I was like, I don't know, I might. It's a great bit of kit, but it just doesn't get used. And there are, like I said, there's loads of games on there that I haven't even put on yet, but they're available on other headsets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And there's just nothing. It's been a year. What is there exciting about the PSVR 2 if you own if you don't own like exclusives basically that aren't available anywhere else? Because we own other headsets. People that don't own other headsets love the PSVR 2 because some of the Quest libraries on there. But if you're like lucky enough to have all the headsets in PCVR, right? Yeah, Pico Wanker. What is good on the PSVR 2 exclusive?
No.
Another Resident Evil port. I mean, I haven't even finished 8. I'm still at that.
Oh, the Horizon demo was great though.
I'm halfway through that.
Every time he pokes me in the Horizon fucking.
I thought it was good. I like
Horizon
the timing.
soft spot.
I need to finish that bloody game.
Let me ask you this, okay? Have you gotten to the bit where you're climbing up this bit and you come to a thing where there are some drums and some other instruments and some snowballs on the side?
No, I have not got to the snow part.
Oh, sorry, it's on Indie. Sorry,
I haven't got to the snow.
I know
part.
You have, Mac.
I've just finished the midway point where I think you move to the snow part, maybe.
Right. Well, when you get to that part and you spend about 30 seconds there because you've already done it before on every other headset, on every other game that wants to say, here, look, you can throw stuff. Here, look, this object interacts with this object. It's a fucking tech demo.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed what I've played so far. Like just the climbing and that kind of stuff. But it's not.
That's
it's
fine.
not like okay, the combat where you dash around in circles. That's just that's a letdown. That is a big
Yeah.
letdown.
I'm gonna. So Shuey Shuey knows because he presses my Horizon soft spot every single time. Right. So retrospectively, yeah, I agree. It is a tech demo. So my wife has never done any VR. Right. She did the Quest 3, with the little dribble things.
She's done Mac in
she-
VR. Sorry, go on.
She has quite a few times. I even have it on video. So moving on. She did the PSVR 2 Horizon boat thing.
Mm.
And she took the headset off and she went, "That was stunning."
Yeah.
And
I don't
so
disagree.
Why isn't that a free demo?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can say to your friends, "Here, look what the PSVR 2 can do." And she literally took the headset off and she was like, "I've never seen anything like that before. It was amazing." Obviously the haptics, the sound, it was, yeah, just
It's just such a wasted
don't-
opportunity. The app, like,
It
can you
is.
imagine those haptics in Showdown on the PSVR 2 and the rumble in the head? And like, is there even a mumble of it coming to PSVR 2? Like, for
foveated
real?
rendering as well.
Yeah, but something that's actually solid source saying it's coming to PSVR 2. I haven't
No,
seen
I don't.
anything.
No,
I
there
haven't seen
isn't
it.
any.
No.
I've been prodding some of the devs because I have them as Discord friends.
Yeah, Shay, I've been like saying to me, "Is it coming to PSVR 2?" And he's like, "Won't answer."
Essentially, yeah. Like every now and again, I'm just like, dude, is it coming?
Exactly. That's exactly what I do, Shay. Is it coming?
Yeah, I would love to play that on PSVR 2. Like, 'cause I
PCVR.
don't have to worry about my PCVR setup and all that. So haptics, it'd be so good.
PCVR, if they do it right, could save that headset because, like Gran Turismo, it's fantastic in VR, but it's if you're a sim racer like me, it's actually not a very good game because it's more like a car collecting simulator rather than a driving simulator. Even though they sell it as the Gran Turismo driving simulator, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. If you do disagree with me, go and play Automobilista. Gran Turismo is a car collecting simulator.
It's the bastard stepchild, yeah.
Yeah. So PSVR 2 with the wire, because it doesn't matter if you're in a sim rig, on Automobilista 2 with foveated rendering and those panels and those haptics would be fucking amazing.
Can you imagine being able to feel the bullet go past your head with those haptics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would.
It's
That's
just like
one
a
of the-
big
That
wasted
is one of the
opportunity, man.
yeah. Sorry, Indy. I'm just
Oh,
that
go
is
on.
one of the things that PSVR 2 hasn't sold very well. Is how good in Synapse, particularly, how good the headset haptics are. Sorry, and Indy, I interrupted you, mate.
Oh no, I was just saying it's just a massive wasted opportunity because the stuff that the PSVR can do is just not being taken advantage of, and I don't think devs are really interested in it because the amount of time and money it takes to put something on there, and the amount of people that actually play.
But that headset has sold more than the Apple Vision Pro by quite some considerable margin.
Look at the price difference, though.
Do we want to talk about the Apple Vision Pro?
Nah, it's a waste of
Because
time.
you're the only person that's tried it.
Oh, go on then.
The guy with the big beard is the only one who's actually, out of all three of us, who's actually tried it.
Mate, it's sexy as fuck.
And that's what Apple do really well.
It is. I'm not an Apple person. I've said it before. I'll say it again. My whole house is wired up for Google. This is a Google Pixel. My whole
Android
house
phone.
is wired up for it.
Yep.
And I was expecting to put it on, and no word of a lie, I was expecting something about it to make me go, wow. I was not expecting the entire experience to make me go, holy shit, what the fuck have I just experienced?
Yeah.
It was genuinely, hands down, the best virtual experience that I have ever had in my life.
So was it a short or was it a TikTok that you put out? I can't remember.
It was on X. It was on Twitter.
Yeah, it was on Twitter, yeah. So basically, thank you very much to John Hibbins CEO at SciTech, absolute legend of a man. He actually took his Apple Vision Pro to WASD, and that's where you got to try it.
Yeah,
I should have been there, but I couldn't.
It is what it is, man. So
Yeah.
we sat down. Like, apparently, John has taken his Vision Pro to a few different places, and every time he's ended up with a queue of people wanting to try it. So what we did was I gave John my spare creator pass because they accidentally gave me two, so that he could get into the creator lounge.
Yeah.
And a bunch of us sat around, me, Doc Ock, Game on Scorpio, John, obviously, Paradise Decay, a bunch of others. Oh, Games with T, who's a lovely guy. You should meet him next time.
I haven't met him yet. Yeah.
He's relatively new to the VR creator space.
Okay.
But yeah, like, we had an absolute blast. I had an amazing experience. I can't justify the money. I will still get one at some point.
Oh, right. Okay. That good.
Yeah, that good. And this is the other bit of news this week about the Apple Vision Pro, is that there is a Marvel What If mixed reality experience coming exclusively to the Apple Vision Pro.
Right. So you need to explain what Marvel What If is, because I've watched it, but other people might not have watched it.
So Marvel What If you go on Disney Plus, it is a collection of episodes that pose a what if question. Like, what if what's a good example of this? What if
Captain America was
Captain America wasn't him but was Peggy Carter?
Yeah. That was a really good one, that.
But yeah, so that's going to be exclusive to Apple Vision Pro, which I'm really gutted about. It might actually be a case of I will phone John and just be like, mate, can I come and stay at yours tonight so that I can watch the mixed reality Apple Vision Pro What If? Because, like, how many people are actually going to be able to watch it? It's going to be an experience that's only available to about 1 million people.
Yeah.
In the whole world. That's insane.
So, Paradise Decay is in your chat, I do believe, Chewy. So you met him down at WASD?
I did. I can't see him in my chat.
It might be Indie's chat then. Sorry, I might have got my windows mixed up. Anyway, if you don't know who Paradise Decay is, go and check his channel out on YouTube. He does a lot of stuff with IndieVR.
He's in your chat.
He's in your chat, Mac.
He's in my chat. Fucking hell! It just goes to show what an arsehole I am.
This is
and
what
I wouldn't
happens when
mind.
you're
I'm not
sober.
even drinking. This is water. Fucking hell. Hey PD, how you doing? Yeah, so PD has a channel on YouTube. He does a lot of stuff with UEVR. Seems to be very, very popular at the moment. So go and subscribe to Paradise Decay's channel if you're into
100%.
that kind of. Yeah, absolutely. He's the GOAT, the god of all things.
Greatest of all time, for sure.
No, god of all things.
Right, next bit of news then that I want to talk about very briefly. It doesn't need to be a long one. Is Razer launches new Quest 3 head strap and facial interface accessories.
Well, when are these people going to learn? You can't. How much does it cost for a start?
$130.
Fuck that shit.
Right, I challenge anyone, because I haven't been able to find one. I challenge anyone to go right now and find a review on this product.
Yeah.
That is available.
Yeah. Exactly. And you can go and buy a KKCO BVR.
Oh no!
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
we didn't get the anagram, did we? Did anybody do that?
No, we had a few on my chat that gave up halfway through
because it's too long. 50 quid.
I think Slow Coach, Gamer Generation said KKK Obo Bobo Bear. We got Simon V said K should K have cocking ordered Bobo VR.
The problem is that the KKC or BVR undercuts that by 70 quid, and you can buy it online right now.
The thing is, it's, I don't know, like this is the problem. Razer are a gaming brand.
Yeah.
They make gaming accessories.
Yeah.
Fine. That's awesome. Great. They should be making accessories for the VR space.
Yeah.
We should be excited that they are making accessories for the VR space. Why aren't we?
I saw the announcement on Twitter and I was like, I don't even know why.
I saw the announcement on Twitter and a little bit of my brain went, ooh, special
Big.
RGB expensive accessories.
Exactly.
And I like that idea. I love that idea. I want there to be an upper end and a lower end market for gaming accessories for the VR space. Because that's like where you get like the streamers that are all like, oh yes, I've got my dual 4090 setup. That's also powered by a nuclear submarine. And the submarine has RGB. Look under the bathtub. It looks phenomenal, right? I want that.
Yeah.
I want to see that, but we don't have that. And why don't we have that? Because Razer are not sending out any of their products to us.
To check out, yeah.
I ain't going to pay $130.
No.
Because at the moment, no one cares about it.
So I'm just going to address an issue that Evil Kingus has just brought up. Because he's Evil Kingus. So the new KKC OBVR headset has what's called a fucking hell, it's got a choke on it. And that stops the hissing. And all of the KKC OBVR headsets now, the Q3 Pros, have the choke fitted, so the hissing isn't a problem.
Why do you have to have it? Hang on. Indy, explain this to me, because you're more manly than I am. It chokes for cars, right?
Chokes for cars, kinky sex clubs, depends on what you're talking about.
If you're, in my previous life, I was an electronics technician. This is called a choke. So basically what you do is you wrap, you have a wire and it wraps on itself, which causes an impedance, which reduces the problem with the KKC or BVR when it first releases, when you put the battery on, it had a slight hiss. So this choke gets rid of that hiss. And all the new Q3 Pros have the choke on it. So you have to remember that unlike Bobo VR, who will never ever send me anything for nothing because I've spent too much time criticizing them, I'm a massive fan of KKC OBVR, and I spoke to them about this issue and they put they did the choke to get rid of that problem. And it wasn't a massive problem because when you were playing games, you couldn't hear it.
How much do you want to bet?
Evil Kingus is Evil Kingus.
How much do you want to bet if I persuaded Bobo to send you all the stuff that you would be a convert?
No, because I bought the S3 and I was so pissed off that it costs so much. You could buy the Q3 and the fan for less than the S3 Pro. They should have released the S3 without the fan, cheaper, 70, 80 quid, and then the S3 Pro with the fan for the full retail price that they did. It's too much money. Who do you think they are? Meta? Selling people charging stations for 130 quid now. Who would buy one of those?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of a mug? Who would buy
Speaking of which, there will be a giveaway on my channel soon. I have just been... Oh, shit. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to show you that. Fuck. There will be a giveaway on my channel soon.
He's just broken an NDA.
I might have just broken an NDA. I need to actually check whether I've broken it or not.
There's nothing. No, I didn't see anything.
Somebody's going to freeze. Right. So anybody who's watching, go back and freeze frame it, put it on the internet, and then Chewy's in trouble.
Yeah,
make sure you at him on
Twitter. It's bound. No, I think that looked like a Bobo box.
Oh, that bodes well for me. Hang on, I'm just. I can't find it. Hang on. Oh no, I'm good. I haven't signed any NDA for it. I don't think. I don't think I've signed an NDA for it. It's fine. But there will be for the UK people amongst you, there will be a giveaway coming very soon on the Discord.
Excellent.
So keep an eye out for if you want that. The way I'm doing my giveaways now for physical products is basically you get the products, whatever. I'll cover like packaging, but I'm gonna charge people for shipping because it's only like a £5, but it's a £5 that I don't have.
So, did we talk about this on the last podcast?
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay, so-
yeah, we did.
Just do a quick recap then, because there may be some people in the chat who don't understand what your new situation is.
Okay, I had a job. Once upon a time, there was a man with a job, and there was an evil manager, and he was a cunt, and and he didn't like Shuey very much, and he said, "No, you don't have a job anymore." And Shuey was like, "Ah, I'm quite sad now." And then Shuey's wife came along, and she was like, "Don't worry, dear, because I believe in you, and you can be a content creator."
And
Shuey
your
was like,
friends-
"Ooh."
Your friends came along and said exactly the same thing to you, didn't
Yes,
they?
and then there was like some friends over here that were like, "Yeah, we believe in you, Shuey." And then Shuey was super hyped about the whole thing, and he was like, "I'm gonna create content," and started some new series on TikTok and YouTube, and started making content. And then Shuey got super ill, and he didn't have a voice, and now Shuey's kind of sad again at the moment until he
So-
gets his voice back.
Shuey had written 54 scripts, and then his voice went, "I don't think you can do that anymore."
Yeah, it was kind of a shit deal, to be honest.
That was so
Mm.
funny.
I've-
I know. I hate to say funny, but it's just like you're gonna do what? Life. But you have some of that, just to put some perspective on it.
I like Maniac's reply. "I don't believe in you for balance."
Oh, Simon, thank you, my friend. Yes. So if you don't understand
Oh,
what's
Simon,
going
I
on,
appreciate it, buddy. I really do.
Shuey does not have a job anymore, so he's trying to be a full-time content creator, TikTok guy, getting sponsorship from companies, doing paid promotion. Support him. Go and subscribe. Give him some money. In fact, I'm going to give him some money right now. I'm going to.
Not everyone has the money to give me money.
I can.
But for those of you who like don't mind paying for a slice of bread for me for breakfast, I do appreciate it. Because I give all the good food, you see, to my kids so that they
Right.
don't starve.
What you need is a little picture of your children. Like, please, sir, can I have some more?
Actually, there's something I wanted to point out. It's not a VR thing, but I wanted to mention it anyway. And it's probably not something that a lot of you are even remotely interested in, and that is completely fine. Mac, thank you, Mac.
Right, mate. I love you.
I was about to say what you usually say to your mates in Britain, which is you're a fucker or you wanker or something like that, which is a term of endearment. Classy, you're
Here we go. Thank
fucking
you.
phenomenal.
So basically, what we want is Shuey making content full time.
Yes.
So that he can. So his little starving children, please, sir, can I have some more. Can live a happy life and run free in the fields of Ipswich, which
So-
might not be a good thing because I think they're contaminated.
The fields of Ipswich are no place for a child, mate. They're no place for adults unless they've got heroin addictions. It's
Good place for a drone, though. Good place
Huh?
to crash a drone.
it is a good place to crash a drone.
Very flat, yes.
So yeah, the new plan, because my son is very interested in content creation.
Oh, excellent.
Specifically, he's interested in streaming.
Fortnite.
It will be Fortnite. So we're actually going to do. We're actually going to do a father-son streaming thing together.
Oh, amazing!
So it's going to be me, literally sat next to him, and
Fitz.
the. Okay, you guys won't know what it is, but go and have a look at Fitz's latest thumbnail for the Showdown stream. I appreciate it, Fitz. That's really kind, buddy.
Oh, what was his thumbnail? I watched that stream. It was me, you, and him, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah,
that
go
was-
and have a look. Oh, thanks, PD. I appreciate it, dude. The legendary book. Loved it. That legendary book, mate, is so fucking cool.
Yeah, I signed it a couple of years ago when I was down at Soul Assembly. So I ran into, the first time I went to Soul Assembly, I ran into Daysnetic. I ran into Paradise Decay, obviously.
Doc Ock,
Doc Ock was there. And
Nazy, and everybody.
Nazy and Mike. Where's he gone?
Well, he knocked his
I'll be back.
camera over.
Yeah. There was like from Ugon Virtual, like a Portuguese language sort of thing. And I remember I walked in, I said, Jesus, what am I doing here?
Siobhan, thank you very much.
I remember saying to Days
Really appreciate it, guys.
what the fuck am I doing here? And Days Netty looked at me and he said, what the fuck am I doing here? So what Paradise Decay had done to him, he hadn't told him where they were going. He just said, we're going to see a developer. And so when Daysnetic walked through the door, the first thing he saw was me, and he was like, oh, that's back in VR. And then he saw Nazy, and then he saw Mike, and then he saw Carlos from Ugon Virtual, and then he saw Cass and Cherry, and he's like, oh my good fucking God. And it was just one of the funniest things that's ever happened. There were a couple of more people there, and I do apologize, I can't remember who was there, because I was completely overwhelmed. But that was like, I said, what the fuck am I doing here? And it was just one of the best days of my life. Nazy gave Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis some Vegemite.
Nice.
And I've got it on video, and it's just so funny. It's like, oh no, it's this thing we have in Australia. And Mike took a spoonful of. So if you like Marmite, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
So Mike took a spoonful and just like put it in his mouth, and he was like,
It's incredibly salty, isn't it? That's the
very
thing.
salty.
I wonder if Slow Coach is right. I think Indy has turned off his camera and he's now flying his drone around, and he's going to try and link his drone up as his webcam to just like circle his head for the stream.
But he's still, I mean, according to my stream,
I'm still here.
everything's okay. Yeah, he's still here.
You're outputting a black screen.
I
Yeah,
know.
but he's still in Discord chat, so everything's okay.
That's what I mean. He's still putting out a black screen,
Yeah.
which means it looks like he's actually doing what's happened. No?
Gimbal.
Ah,
Okay.
the old gimbal problem.
Right. Okay.
It's worse as you get older.
Yeah. Right. So, I think that's pretty much all the news. Do we want to go over a couple of games?
No. There's one
No?
thing I want to. There's one more thing I want to talk about. Apple Vision Pro sales. So a lot of people are getting stuck into the Apple Vision Pro, saying, "Oh, it hasn't done this, it hasn't done that." But there's a absolutely brilliant article on Engadget. If you get a chance to watch it or read it, sorry, it's on Upload VR. Go to Upload VR. It's one of the main stories. And it's not a VR is dead story. It is a very, very balanced, well-written article by a journalist who's obviously done his work, and he's basically looked into the Apple Vision Pro sales, because there's varying degrees. Like, they've sold 150,000, they've sold 400,000. Suppliers they're doing this with suppliers, they're doing that with suppliers. So there's a lot of people sort of trying to say that the Apple Vision Pro has been a massive miss for Apple. But this article is really, really well written, because he's basically taken the view of the original iPhone being released. Oh, there he is. He's taken the view of the original iPhone being released and the fact that they sold 1.2 million in the first year. And think about how influential the first iPhone ever was. So the sales weren't that big. I mean, I know it's a cheaper device, obviously, than the Apple Vision Pro. But he said it's like less than 0.5% of Apple's revenue. And they've done it for a reason. They've done it for a reason. They want software developers and app developers to get involved in the Apple Vision Pro. What's it called? The OS. The actual
iOS.
operating system. the operating system for the Apple Vision Pro.
I don't know what the actual is.
It has a name. I'm sure somebody in the chat can tell us what it is. So what they're doing is they're putting out a product and saying, right, this is what we're going to be doing in the future. It's going to link to your Mac. It's going to link to your phone. We want you to develop apps for it. So the App Store didn't release until 2008, which was something like 2 or 3 years after the iPhone originally released. So what Apple have done is they put the Apple Vision Pro out, and they've said to developers and app developers, and they said, right here, this is the operating system. Please make apps for it. So they're 8 years behind Meta, and that's quite a big thing for them. And so the guy who wrote this article is basically saying, this
Vision OS.
Vision OS, there you go. This isn't Apple trying to dominate the virtual reality market or the spatial computing market as it is. This is Apple saying to developers, this is what we can do. Please make apps. Please make software for us. And it was a very, very, really well-written article. It's on Engadget. Go and Google it and go and read it because it's excellent. And it isn't VR is dead, which I was very pleased about. Okay.
Cool. Indy, is there any news articles you want to go over?
No, I'm good, mate.
Okay. In that case, on to games, I guess. What games do we want to talk about this week?
I think you want to talk about Blacktop Hoops.
I do want to briefly talk about Blacktop Hoops because one of the first games that I ever tried when I jumped onto Quest was Gym Class. Did everyone play Gym Class?
No.
No, is that not the scene from Airplane where he's asking, have you ever seen a man naked?
No.
I
So
remember.
the reason why Gym Class was one of the most widely played games on the Quest 2 was because it was free. And it was a very well-designed, very simple basketball game. And it worked really well. You know, you got to play basketball, you got to do some cool layups and stuff. It was fun. And then after that, you eventually had a game called Big Ballers, which came about, which made it more sort of slightly more realistic, whilst also giving it this really nice aesthetic that made it a bit more fun to play, you know? And I thought that was like where we were at, pinnacle-wise, of VR, until Big Ballers has been completely dominated, in my opinion, by Blacktop Hoops. Blacktop Hoops looks like they have had insane amounts of funding and time and effort put in. It is visually stunning for like both standalone and on PC VR. It is visually stunning. It's very stylistic. It has a full story campaign. It has like competitive multiplayer. It has skins. It has daily rewards, quests. It even has this weird third-person mode where you can play like on a console. It's really strange.
Is it? So years and years and years ago, there was a game released called NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
And you could play as like Bill Clinton and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So this is very similar kind of idea in that it's very stylized. And yes, you can. Diego just pointed out you can slap your friends. You can slap people's faces in the game. Weird choice though. I don't think you can actually slap the women. I think you can only slap the dudes.
Okay. That was, yeah, okay.
Weird choice, in my opinion. Just don't make it so you can slap people or make it so you can slap everyone. I'm not looking to slap them on the ass.
Yeah.
I just want to dunk on their ass and just be like, I dunked on you. So you then
Paradise Decay just said, what if the dude is a woman? We don't do pronouns on the Virtually Rek't podcast. Sorry.
Everyone's a they, mate. Everyone loses their gender the moment they walk onto this show. So you also have like special powers. Like it takes a really long time to build it up. You have to build your points up in order to get to it. And all it'll do is that it guarantees that either a shot will go in or a dunk will happen, and it fireballs and explodes the hoop. It's quite an interesting, like, just an extra bit for you to be able to be like, oh, that looks really cool. There's modifiers where you got like big heads and extra jumps and all sorts of things. It's just really well designed. Everything.
Big heads on NBA Jam was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, so it is NBA Jam in VR.
Excellent.
It's really well done. It's really well worth the time.
Thank you.
It comes out this Thursday. Are we going to get 5 of those?
So, are we going to talk about Madison?
Thank you.
That's 2.
Yeah, this I need to sort this stupid robot out. There might be more. There might be 8 more.
8 more. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Right.
3. I'm not going to count them off. I might have to mute you, Indy.
I know. I'm muting the whole thing. I just got to figure out which one it is. I've got so many stuffs on here. I think chat. Hold on.
Thank you.
I don't know which one it is. There's so many things on here.
Do not give Indy anything technical because he'll either land it in the sea or he'll fuck the podcast up. So I've got access to PSVR 2. I've got access to Madison on PSVR 2, but I haven't played it yet. And one of the reasons I haven't played it yet is I'm a big fucking scaredy cat. But you have played it, Shuey.
I have. It is some of the most scared I have been in a game. Hands down.
Excellent.
I haven't.
Thank you.
I've played the first 2.5 hours, and I genuinely can't bring myself to go back to it.
Oh, really?
There is a point.
Thank you.
Where something happens, and it induced in me. I was hopped up on adrenaline. Something about the haptics and the visuals genuinely made me feel sick.
Okay.
Like, really put me into this weird panic state where I don't think I can go back to it.
Okay, so I was planning on doing a full in the dark using the KKCOB-VR i3 infrared transmitter playthrough.
I played it at midday with my beam lights on. Yeah, so Diego saw my video on it.
Paradise has asked you to get to the well.
No, didn't even get to the well, mate. Don't know what that is. Fuck it, don't care. Genuinely don't care. I suffer with claustrophobia is a big trigger of mine, and I had to go through a tiny space within the first 10 minutes of the game, which didn't help. There were the fucking clock. Oh, thank you, Indy. Oh, I'm gonna lick your face next time I see you.
No, it's because the guy said thank you so many times. I thought I'd actually say thank you.
But yeah, no, there was even the clock scared me. The clock, a grandfather clock, genuinely put me into a state of fear. And then, what else was it that really fucked with me? Just stuff being there and not being there. Doors opening and closing. Like, there was just something about everything. I think the lenses on the PSVR 2, the blacks on it, I think really helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like VR horror. It fucks with me so badly. And it's the reason why I will do the videos for the channel and stuff, because I am incredibly susceptible to it. But no, I don't think I can go back to it.
Who did the crawl space video?
I did.
That was so funny. No, fuck this. 45 minutes. No, fuck this.
Mate, just genuinely, go and watch the first 15 seconds of my Madison video. It is just me. I think at one point I say I'm gonna have to bleep so many fucking words out of this game. And it's just me going, fuck this game, fuck this game, fuck this game, over and over and over again. And at that point, like, that's not even me trying to be funny. I'm just genuinely upset.
I'm gonna have to go and play it now. So me and my wife watch a popular sort of game show thing. And she turned around to me one day and she said, "You'd be shit at this." And I was like, "Why?" She says, "Because you're not scared of anything." Now, this isn't me like saying that I'm not scared of anything. This is me saying that I was a firefighter for a long time, so I'm not scared about enclosed spaces. I'm not scared of water. I'm not scared of going into a burning building. I'm not scared of crawling into a wrecked car that's got a fucking dead body in it. But horror games in VR are one of the few things that actually fucking scare me. Like OVR Dark, Paradise Hotel.
Oh, fuck off. Paradise Hotel wasn't scary.
It was quite scary, but
I thought that game was boring.
I liked it. But OVR Dark, Five Nights at Freddy's, all that sort of stuff. But Madison, I've heard so many people saying that Madison is genuinely terrifying that I'm actually a little bit afraid of actually going to play it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to it now. I'm going to do a live stream.
I will sit there and watch. I will watch your live stream.
Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
The only thing I will say now, before you do the live stream, because I fucked up my entire video. In all honesty, it's not a good video to watch, because I recorded my green screen with the OBS at the same time.
Right.
Before you do the stream, stick your gain up on your stream, because it is basically like watching a pitch black void. Otherwise,
okay,
it's that dark. Like what you can see in the headset is not well lit. It's perfectly how you would expect a dark place to be. But when you look at that through a real camera, you don't see anything, do you? It's just pitch black. So yeah, for your viewers, stick your gain way, way up.
Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Indie.
VR horror games don't scare me.
Really?
No, not at all. Being alone in the dark and all that kind of stuff kind of turns me on, to be honest.
No wonder I was feeling a bit.
No, VR games, like horror stuff, films, all that, it doesn't affect me.
No,
like, my brain just tells me like,
when we play propagation. No, what was the ghost hunting
Paradise.
thing?
Oh, Phasmophobia.
When we were in the jail and that creepy thing was going, I shat myself.
Yeah,
I mean, I screamed.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all.
You have no emotion.
I have no soul. Yeah, it just never has. None of that kind of stuff. So
really,
yeah. I mean,
this is a weird thing.
I would like to play it just to see, because I'll play it and I'll be like, nah. It just doesn't affect me.
Is that because you're disconnected from the experience?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the dark, right? I've got no problem with the dark. I've got no problem with wandering around in the dark. Not an issue at all. But something about the right game. So Madison did it to me. Crawl Space did it to me. Outside of VR, the Alien. What was the Alien game called?
Isolation.
Jesus Christ, my wife kept coming up to me and like, because I was sitting on my, like, this was before I had a desk, so I was sitting in an armchair with a laptop on my, and she'd come up to me and just go, "Ugh!"
Surprised you didn't kill her.
I love her even much.
I'm surprised she didn't kill me.
Yeah, I'll play it, I guess.
So,
I don't think it'll affect me.
Rewinding and going back, so Indy, did you play Dead Space?
The flat screen version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so in Dead Space 2, when you go back to the Ishimura, did you not I was like, I don't actually, I actually stood outside the door as a third-person character going, I actually don't want to go back in there. I had to force myself to make my fucking character walk forward to go back into the Ishimura
Yeah.
because I was so frightened.
No. Like even like VR horror games where it's like tension and stuff, and like you don't want to open the door, I just go open the fucking door. Like, it doesn't affect me, like because you just know it's like I don't know. I think it's like predictability as well because you know when shit's gonna happen. But I'll give it a
I'll
go.
tell you this
It's
now,
my-
Madison. You do not know when shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right, we need to do a dual stream where we start the game at the same point, and then like
And
run
Indy
through
finishes it 3 hours earlier than you. We can
well,
count
Mac
how
is
much time you've spent cowering.
It's like Mac has got shit running down his inside of his trouser leg, and
Again,
Indy's just like, yeah, okay, oh yeah, okay. Hey, how you doing?
it would be great if it scared the shit out of me and I was just like a little baby. You know, I'd love that.
You got access, haven't you?
I don't
Oh, you
think
got
so.
it?
No, no, I haven't got access. Don't have it.
So apparently, we have Paradise Decay to thank for Madison VR even existing.
Really?
Yeah, apparently because he was super into his Vorpex years ago, wasn't he?
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
And apparently he showed it to the devs, and that is why they spent the next 2 years working on it.
Well done, Paradise Decay. I told you
that's-
he's
Nice.
the GOAT.
So yeah, yeah, I'll stick it on one day.
Okay, so how about doing a reaction live stream where you play it and I'm in your live stream reacting to what is happening?
What, you record it on OBS and then
No. I'll actually like this. So we'll do like a Discord thing,
yeah.
and you actually playing it, and I'm actually in watching you play.
Mhm.
I think that would be really cool.
I'm happy to sit there and watch Indy play.
I would probably shit myself, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just going to open this door." And if you scream, I am going to donate so much money to Power on VR.
I better start practicing my screaming orgasms. I mean, my screams. But then if
You have
you're
to
there,
practice orgasms now.
if it's
I'm just going to have Ashley from Resident Evil 4 playing in the background. Ooh,
is that no? I'm thinking about Resident Evil 8. But then if you're there, I'll be able to hear you and stuff, so it'll make it not
No.
less scary.
You won't be able to hear us. We essentially we will stream a restream of you streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you'd be in the corner of my stream, like in the corners.
No.
Yeah. I get it.
So we do a reaction to your playthrough of Madison. I think that'd be pretty awesome, actually.
How long does it take to finish? Like 4 hours, 6 hours?
It's about 8 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
6 to 8 hours, I think. Because it is an indie game. This is what people don't realize. It having come out on PSVR 2 is it's an indie game.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So there you go. Like your channel is literally called IndieVR.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why it's called IndieVR?
Paradise has just said, I think it will scare Indy because it's more psychological.
It is. I'll tell you what, the weird thing about Madison is that, and I actually say it in my video at one point, because the whole point of it is like, you've got this camera, right? And you take pictures of stuff, and depending on, you use it to solve puzzles and do different things. And it gets to a point where I was using it like a weapon that had no fucking bullets in it. And I was wandering around being like, no ghosts, no. And yeah, just the illusion of having some form of weapon that didn't actually exist was enough to give me some form of courage, but apparently not enough, because there were several times where I was just like, I'm not going in there.
Does it have puzzles?
There are some puzzles, yes.
Okay. So it'll probably be like a 15-hour stream for me. That's what Silver Tongue Devil saying. What's the mad game you played, Pan, the psychedelic? Isle of Pan. That was one of my favourite games last year. It's completely gone under the radar. They've had a couple of updates on their content updates. The developers did it all himself. That was really good, that game. But yeah, we'll have to arrange it then, I guess. Can you guys sort me out of a key? Do you know the devs or whatever? Because I don't think I've reached out.
I'll reach out.
On
So it's,
PSVR 2, yeah.
PSVR. So I don't know who it was for you, but it was a guy called Mickey Tarode for me.
Yep.
Oh
same
shit! I
Yeah.
recognise
Oh,
that
you
name.
no! Don't tell me you've ignored him.
Probably Nicky Tarode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarode. T-O-U-R. Yep. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
I'll just get onto him.
I might even
Tell him
have.
what we.
Hold on. I think I've
You
got
might
access.
even have a key.
I think I've got access to it actually.
You fucking
idiot.
bellend.
You fucking bellend.
No,
Right,
no,
so-
we can give
so-
away the spare key. It's fine.
Tell us, like, because obviously, I'm retired, so I can do this anytime. So it depends on what time Chewy can get
Fuck.
involved.
I've
I
got-
can do
Um,
most times. I'm
yeah.
essentially retired at this point without the pension.
yeah.
Having the pension is better. I
I've
just want
heard,
to tell you
yeah.
that.
I've done it the wrong way round.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. So tell us when you want to do it, Indy, and
Okay.
then we'll kind of work out. I would like to do live reaction. I
Okay.
would like to do, yeah. So we need to work that out.
Okay. So basically, first contact was in April 2023, then July, November, then in March, and then like a couple of weeks ago with a key for Steam.
Yeah, because it got delayed for quite a while, didn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
they were like, it doesn't work, so we want to make sure
I-
it works.
I want to play it on PSVR 2 though. So if you guys could, I guess I could email, but if you've got a quick Discord link or whatever, that'd be cool. Like
Yeah.
if you've got a
I've-
link to them quicker than me emailing them, basically.
Yeah.
And then I
I've-
can give
I've
away
got a
the Steam
PSVR too,
key.
so
Sorry, mate. Yeah. I can give away the Steam key then during the stream.
yeah, okay. No, that's
The,
pretty cool. No, that's
so
that's pretty good.
before we move on from Madison, I just want to give you one bit of advice that doesn't that is only going to benefit you and your stream for it.
Yeah.
Remember that because this isn't a VR developer, the controls are not what you expect them to be.
Okay.
So when you try and grab something, you're going to be using trigger,
Okay.
not grip.
All right. Okay.
And that will save you about 45 minutes. Because I spent way too long in the first two areas because I couldn't work out how to pull a fucking blanket off something. I
Okay.
shit you not.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Okay.
Yeah, it's really annoying. It doesn't tutorial that shit for you at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Weebles just said I've watched quite a bit of Indy playing horror, and he never seems to want to get freaked out. I got freaked out playing Propagation Paradise Hotel, for fuck's sake.
I've seen the real thing. That's why.
Let's move on.
Well, he doesn't live in London, so
people.
right.
Yeah.
I would like to quickly talk about EA's Works Rally Car.
Yeah, let's do that. And then I have one more game I want to talk to you about. And then I need to be gone by 10
Okay.
at the
and
very latest because I have a meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
There's one thing that someone said in my chat that I'm going to quickly bring up as well. So let's go.
Well, you
No,
go
no,
first.
you do yours first.
Okay, so someone in my chat brought up the in-flight mode for the Quest 3.
Oh yeah. So for those of you who don't know, do you know why this has been implemented?
Yeah, I tried to play a game when I was on the train. I tried to play Squingle on the train once, and it just
Yeah, it's even worse on planes though because as like the moment you sort of reset the thing, it doesn't reset it to the floor because it has an accelerometer. So everything in front of you just disappears as it's going like that. And if you then redo it at the pinnacle and come back down, it all goes back up again. It's really fucking dumb. So, do you know what they've actually done to solve this?
I don't know, but it's a massive problem because obviously the Quest is looking at all these sort of different angles and tracking your hands and everything. So, yeah.
So yeah, apparently they've improved the originally the only practical way to use a Quest on a flight was to disable positional tracking.
Yeah.
Which also disables pass-through, falling back to Oculus Go style rotation only 3
Oh
dot
my
VR.
God. Yeah.
Which sounds fucking horrendous. So yeah, no, they've apparently fixed that somehow. I don't know how. Something to do with their spatial anchors. And yeah, you can now use it on planes.
There you go. Thank you very
which is
much.
good.
Whoever said that in chat, I think I can't remember who it was, but okay.
All those times that I fly over to Vegas and
Yeah. Being the
Japan,
international traveller you are. Yeah.
exactly.
But
It's
even
now.
using it on a train was a fucking pain in the ass. So
I wouldn't use it on a train around here. It'd be nicked off of me immediately.
unless some woman comes and slaps a big 9-inch cock on the table and starts talking about. So
Yeah,
anybody,
just
yeah,
in case.
just in case.
If
No.
you ever meet me in person and want to know that story, come and ask me about the crazy lady on the train when we were both drunk that slapped a dildo onto the table in front of me. Absolutely fucking hilarious.
It is. It's fucking great. And the reason is eye contact.
Eye contact.
No eye contact.
Jesus Christ. So, Mac, you want to talk about World Rally Championship?
I did, yes, because they got the update. I think it was update 4. They released the VR mode for EA's WRC. I played quite a lot of Dirt Rally 2 because I was wanting to get into it on my channel. So I'm nodding, but behind me is my rally racing. It's my sim rig. So I've bought a sequential shifter from Fanatec. I've bought a handbrake from Moser. I'm getting a load cell pedal for my brake. I'm going to move my now brake over to be my clutch. And it's fucking garbage. It is fucking garbage. The VR, like Dirt Rally 2, the VR mod was done by a separate company, and it's not great, but it's workable. So basically, everything you do in Dirt Rally 2 is on a flat screen until you actually jump into the car, and then you get like this 3-second bit where you dropped into VR, and then you got 3 seconds, and it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start the rally course, boom, and you're away. And the graphics on Dirt Rally 2 can be absolutely stunning. If you go to Australia when it's raining in the dark, it's absolutely incredible. So Works Rally, the new Works Rally car from EA with the VR mode, I've got a 4080, right? And it's a very modern PC. I cannot get it to run without making me feel sick. 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh, no, I'm done. I get so much bad motion sickness. And I've been talking to people on my Discord about it. I've been watching YouTube videos about how to sort of get your graphics to run properly. It is so Dirt Rally 2 released 5 years ago, and it is a better game than WRC. So this actually goes over into another thing which I wanted to talk about, which was F124 is releasing on May the 31st, and it is releasing with a VR mode, but it's the same company who's made WRC. It's like EA, blah, blah, blah. So I'm extremely concerned that F124 is going to have the same problems when it releases that EA's WRC has. I know this is a small niche. I want to move my channel over to do more sim racing, and I want to move my channel over to do more, specifically more rally racing. But you can't do it if it makes you sick. And I don't understand why they've released a VR mode that makes you feel ill.
Is that to everybody or just you?
No, it's pretty universal. There's a lot of people online talking about how EA WRC with the VR mode, Dirt Rally 2 is far superior graphically. I can do a 2-3 hour live stream on on Dirt Rally 2, and I don't feel any adverse effects.
Yeah.
But there's something like, so I put the virtual desktop performance analyzer on while I was playing, and I've got a steady 90 frames per second, steady, pretty good, but the game itself makes you feel sick. I've tried the fixed horizon thing to try and get over it. That doesn't seem to help me. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, and it's so disappointing. I know that the Formula One is a little bit more, you're on a flat circuit and you're driving around There's not so much like camber changes and all that sort of stuff. But it really makes me worried that F124, when it releases, the VR mode is going to put people off.
Speaking of F124,
Okay.
how would you feel about a native to Quest 3 F1 game that's good?
Yeah, so this is the thing with the controllers linking to your Quest 3.
No.
How would you steer?
Yeah, no, you just steer. But there is a Bluetooth Quest 3 compatible steering wheel.
Right, so we're going back to, was it Legends?
No, fuck Grid Legends.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So
how,
there is a Quest 3
I've
natively.
heard about this.
I have been playing it,
Okay.
and it's good.
Have you got the controller?
No, I'm just using motion controls,
Okay.
and it's enjoyable. And I am saying this from the perspective of someone who couldn't give two fucks about driving sims.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Okay.
It's got Le Mans on there, Vegas, Barcelona, and a couple of others.
What, the F1 circuits?
Yes.
Okay. I'm interested.
Yeah, and it looks good. Like,
Looks good, like not Quest Optimizer good, but
no, so go and have a look on my TikTok channel.
okay.
I actually did a video about it a couple of weeks ago. As a promotional thing for a company that I'm working with. But I've tried the game. The game is genuinely, for a Quest native racing game, it's good.
Okay,
It's actually worth.
We need to have a quick chat after the podcast then.
Yeah, it's called Formula X. It's
Okay.
made by the studio Enver, ENVER.
Yeah, I've heard of Ember.
Yeah, they're a good bunch of people. I really like them. They make a lot of indie stuff. They're making a game that that's coming out in a couple of weeks. That I've been helping with, called Robo KO, which is like Real Steel in VR. Where you're behind the scenes and the robots are fighting and you're doing the punching. It's quite interesting. If you like boxing and robots. They did Moto X, yes, they did. But they also published another game on Thursday last week that I am straight up saying here and now is the best game released on Quest this month.
Oh, right. This is one you wanted to talk about. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those of you who are watching my channel, I'm going to have a gameplay video. This isn't my footage. This is my friend's footage. Playing in the background. Boys, go and look at my channel right now. Tell me that this does not look phenomenally. Like, this is with the optimizer enabled. Tell me that that footage does not look good.
Go find your live stream now.
It is clean. It is crisp. Basically, it's a game called Sharkbait, and it is produced. It's developed by another content creator called Daybreak, along with 5 other people, I think.
Okay.
So it's a spearfishing game.
Okay.
Where you get a license to go and spearfish in different places. You get quests.
Can you kill the
where
turtle?
No, you can't kill the turtle. In fact, it's illegal to kill the turtle, and bad things happen to you. But you can kill Nemo, as I'm about to do, or as my friend's about to do. Sorry.
Oh, don't kill Nemo.
To be fair, he's an emo Nemo.
That's a different game. It's a different film, isn't it? Killing Nemo.
Yeah. But yeah, so it looks good. The mechanics work really, really well. There is lots of things to explore. There are caves, lots of different sea creatures. You have problems with your oxygen running out, so you need to make sure you're refilling. With the optimizer, this is running at 120 FPS. And in game, it genuinely looks phenomenal. It looks so good.
So I'm actually watching this on on Power On Stream. So if you need to see what's going on, if you're not watching his stream, then go and have a quick look.
I can
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
So here's the thing about this game, right? The spearfishing bit is good. It works really, really well. The quests work really well. You can either use the manual slingshot type jobby, or you can use the harpoon gun. But what really makes this game is the horror element to it.
Horror.
Horror. Because you aren't the only fucking hunter in these seas.
Okay.
There are a butt ton of fucking bull sharks in this place. And they will rip you up into nothingness, and they come out of nowhere. I'm just going to see if I can find that. I actually caught one of them. Say I did, he did. He needs to stop saying I. But yeah, you play at night missions. You go through caves where your lights flicker on and off. Everything goes wrong. I want to find. I think it's at the end of the video where he was getting a bit panicked. He'd run out of air. He'd gone to go and find some oxygen tanks, and then these two fuckers appeared next to him. And they're like, your spear gun doesn't really do much.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, this shit him up something chronic. It's yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's $7.99 on App Lab, and it is genuinely the best game that I have played this month.
So what's it called again?
Shark
Okay.
Bait.
Cool. That sounds really good.
For that price, it's actually phenomenal. Like for a first game out of the studio, they have hit the nail on the head, and they're classing that as early access. So there's a butt ton more stuff coming.
Cool. That looks pretty good.
Anyway, so is there anything?
Can we just talk briefly about Fanatec?
Yeah, go on, because you're not happy, are you?
No, I'm not. Okay, so if anybody doesn't know, I am massively into my sim racing. I have a sim rig there which has got a GTDD Pro. I've got a Fanatec pedals. I've got a Moser handbrake because I want to try doing rallying properly. So I ordered some stuff from Fanatec on the 2nd of May, and it's now I don't even know what day it is. What fucking day is it? I've changed my watch face. I don't actually know what day it is. It's it's the 13th, right? So I ordered these items on the 2nd of May, and it says 4 to 7 days shipping. And then I complained on Twitter about this, and everybody said, "Oh, Fanatec, ooh, 3 to 4 weeks before they actually even ship." So in the meantime, Fanatec have actually become insolvent, which is quite disturbing to me because I also watch the all the Le Mans 24-hour stuff, and Fanatec sponsors that. And they've been bought out by Corsair. So anybody who's into their gaming will know who Corsair are. So
I know who Corsair are.
Yeah. So hopefully Fanatec are going to be saved by Corsair. But the thing that made me annoyed was the fact that everybody who kind of commented on my Twitter thingy said, "Oh yeah, Fanatec, yeah, it's like 4 to 7 weeks shipped to the UK." So you pay so I paid them £400. So I bought a sequential shifter and a low cell pedal. At the same time, from Abruzzi, who's a British company, I bought a Moser HBP handbrake, which arrived 2 days later. Fanatec, now fuck you, 4 to 7 weeks. They say 4 to 7 days on their website, but it's actually 4 to 7 weeks.
What the?
But they've taken my money. Can you imagine any other company getting away with that? Imagine if you
No.
bought a Quest 3 and they're like, oh, yeah, thank you for the money. Yeah, probably about 2 months, maybe. But we're not going to tell you anything. We're just going to, take your money and not tell you anything.
But is it actually coming though?
Right. So the problem with Fanatec is the last time I bought from Fanatec, it was a pre-order for the GT DD Pro. So it was like this product will be available in 7 to 8 weeks. So I bought it, paid my money. 7 to 8 weeks later, it actually released and it shipped. But what I didn't really realize was that that's how Fanatec work. They're like 4 to 8 weeks after you've bought the product and they've taken the money out of your account, they will ship it to you. Can you imagine any other company getting away with that?
Nah, it's pretty messed up, isn't it?
How did they get away with it though?
So, well, exactly now. So, because of all the news about Fanatec running out of money and becoming insolvent, and then Corsair taking them over, I'm now thinking, well, where's my £400?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get my shifter? Am I get my low cell pedal? Should I have gone to Abruzzi and bought stuff from Moser instead, which it would have been here now, and I would have been able to make my EAWRC content, which I've been fucking itching to make, even though I can't get the bastard game to work properly. Okay, so that's my rant about Fanatec.
Yeah. Understandable rant, I think.
Right, okay, I'm done. Any other games you want to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, Wanderer Fragments of Fate has been delayed
What
Oh,
surprise.
yes. Yeah.
till end of the year, which I'm really disappointed about because, I mean, I never played the original game, but Shu, you said it was really, really good.
It is. It was genuinely. I think it was probably in my top 3 games of that year.
Mm.
It was really well designed. The story was great. It felt fantastic, zipping between places. Considering the size of the game, it worked. It looks particularly beautiful. I can't wait to see what they achieve with this version.
This is a PSVR 2 version, by the way, we're talking about.
I thought all the versions have been delayed.
Oh, right, they've all been delayed. Oh, okay, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, no, I think it's all of the versions that have been
Oh,
delayed.
okay.
They've delayed the entire game, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's because it's not a new story, but they've basically remade the game in order to be able to run on everything.
Right.
And when they've done it, they've added in a bunch of stuff they wish they'd have added to begin with,
Right.
including like actual combat for certain bits and bobs. Because that was the thing that I actually kind of liked about the game, is that the game was not about combat in any way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was purely about puzzle solving using time travel, and that worked incredibly well.
Yeah, so Fitz had just said September. Paradise Decay. Oh, Space Pirate Trainer DX was updated for Quest 3. Sorry, that's just a by the by.
Yeah, might have to check that out.
Yeah. Okay. So they were that's the end of the games on my list.
Anything you want to run over, Indy, before we go?
No.
Did we
No.
talk about WASD? We did, didn't we?
Briefly, yes. If we can always talk about it in more depth at a later date. But as far as the actual VR content of WASD, it was typical British,
Fuck all.
like indie game side of things.
Well, to be fair, the only reason I wanted to go down was just to see everybody.
Yeah, and
Right,
seeing the
that's right.
people was the reason I went, and seeing the people was what I got. I even got to spend a night with Indy. That was glorious, eating pizza. I was really gutted that I forgot the rest of that pizza. That was one of the nicest pizzas I've ever eaten.
Did
You
you
had
do the
the-
Bundy cuddle?
You've had the nicest nachos as well you've ever eaten down here as well.
Yep. Yep.
That's only around the
It's-
corner, by the way, that nacho place you went to. It's literally down
Yeah.
the road, like 2 minutes, like 5-minute walk.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
last time
no.
I was at Indy's place, I had the dirty kebab, and I must admit it was disgustingly amazing.
Yeah.
It was just a big pile of cheese and kebab meat,
And chips. And,
overcooked,
like, yeah.
and chilies. Yeah, it was like, oh my god.
Yep.
It's disgraceful.
People drive for miles to get that, to be honest. Even Zenquility drives down from like near Gatwick just to get that sometimes. He doesn't say
was
hello
gonna
to
say-
me or anything. He just fucks off.
When you told me how far so I live up north, right? If I drive for 45 minutes, I'm in Scotland, right? And you're telling me that like Nindy used to drive near to where you lived to pick up one of those dirty kebabs and didn't come and say hello.
It's like 45 minutes. 45
Yeah,
minute
like I said, I can be in Scotland.
Exactly.
5 minutes.
But I don't think it'll be good for Shuey. I'm pretty sure they cook the food in lard. So I don't think that's very vegan.
Yeah, and
No, I just want one of them pizzas again, mate. I will
Okay.
literally come down to yours and not say hello to you for one of them pizzas.
Well, you can have nachos for starters at least, and then have some pizza.
I didn't manage to finish that pizza last time.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to the 4 slices that I left for breakfast, and I was really gutted that I forgot them.
Yeah. I don't know where they went. I definitely didn't have them. I think someone else ate them probably. It wouldn't have gone to waste. But yeah, next time you come down.
Well, it won't be long, I'm sure. I need to come and see you more often. Really, go and do some stuff that isn't just podcasty bits.
Yeah.
Yep. Come
Well,
down, mate. Anytime. Like,
Yeah, next time we do the High Force Mavic DVR video where he doesn't actually dip it into the water.
oh, I
Look, have
can't
you there,
wait to
mate.
see the difference in the footage. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I've heard recording in the air rather than the water is the way to go for like focal length and all that jazz.
Yeah, but I wanted to
Oh,
see the
Indy
fishes.
needs to sign the book. Paradise Decay just said Indy needs to sign the book.
This is also a thing.
It is a thing. It is the coming of age of every single content creator I've ever met.
What is it?
He's got like a signature book with headshots, and he just collects like all of the content creators that he meets.
I didn't
Well,
know
he takes
this.
a photo of him.
Yeah,
you sign-
so,
you sign
no,
your own
not
photo.
With, not of him.
No,
So
no.
when I
Of
went,
you.
yeah, when I went to Soul Assembly, I met Paradise Decay for the first time ever. I met him since, and he was like, "Oh yeah, can you sign this, please?" And he opened his book, and there was a picture of me, and he was like, "Sign it with my Sharpie," and I was like, "Well, that's a bit weird, but yep, okay." And then he turned the book, and there was like Mike, and there was like Cass and Cherry, and it was amazing. You're part of history, mate.
Plus,
And-
you need to come and meet Doc Ock so you can get one of his collectibles.
There they are.
I've met
right
Doc
there.
Ock before.
I've got
There-
3 now, motherfucker.
No, he owes me a platinum. Right?
I have a
Doc Ock-
platinum, a bronze, and a white.
Doc Ock owes, because I've met Doc Ock 4 times now. He actually owes me a platinum. Last time I met him, he actually forgot. Damn it.
Well,
Yeah.
I've met him once. He didn't give me anything. So if he does meet me, he owes me 2 things, and then I'll give them to you, Shuey. Just so
Yeah,
you can
make sure you get the diamond and the gold. I think it is.
Okay.
Doc Ock, I'm actually going to send this video to him. I'm going to make a short and send this video to him. You owe me 4. I've got the original. You owe me 4 more.
I need to get him to make a big head version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That'd be
Anyway,
cool.
we've got to sign off,
Yep,
boys, because
all
I've
right.
got a meeting in
Just
7
got to
minutes.
go. Hey! I've got to go to bed because I'm old.
Yeah,
I smell of piss.
that's probably what I should have done.
You're going to
But
bed
it's-
because you're sober, Mac. That's why.
What smell? Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh my god. Fucking water.
Yeah. Normally, he's after the stream, he sits there drinking
Buzzing.
and chatting, and yeah. And the end of the night, I love you. And, yeah. No, it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh, Mac. So yeah,
we should do an after the podcast.
Yeah, but I don't think it will be the same because we're on YouTube at the end of the day, and we aren't going to say the stuff we say off air. I mean, I'm definitely
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
go on Kick or whatever the hell it's called, where you can put pictures of your balls and stuff.
Yeah, with Officer Drex.
All right, wicked. It's been great, guys. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Definitely be back in 2 weeks, which will make it the 27th of May, 2024. That'll be a
That's
Monday.
near my birthday.
There you go.
There you go. Happy 40th birthday.
Happy
See
4th
if
of
get
July.
fucked.
Ah!
Get fucked. Right. Love you all. This has been great,
Cheers,
guys.
everyone.
Thanks
It's
for
been great.
joining. Appreciated all the donations and everything. It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers for
Love
the
to everyone.
memberships
Donate.
and everything. Thank
Donate.
you very much.
He's now a content creator. It's his only source of income. Donate.
Oh, hold on. Is that a bank holiday? It's a bank holiday, that is, in 2 weeks.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
He doesn't work for anybody.
Oh, bollocks. Yeah. No,
And
because
neither do you.
I'm self-employed. So, I mean, it doesn't
Same
matter.
thing.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking if I'm going to be
We'll talk
anywhere.
about it close to the time. Anyway, let's sign off. I really want a
sure,
cigarette
I know you've
before I
got
have
a
to have
meeting
this
in a minute,
meeting.
but I want to talk about one more game. One more game. No, cheers, guys. Catch you later.